Well, I'm a generous Tru Heel phenom. I give the people plenty of time. These young talents on the Tru Heel Heat YouTube channel, these young talents in wrestling media, they say I hog all the YouTube time. I hog all the writing time. They'll complain about one thing, and I leave an opening and give them plenty of space to create whatever type of superstardom that they want. Get over, kids. Get over. We're 2 years in now. We haven't advanced. We haven't evolved. We have great leadership, the likes of Alex McCarthy and Sean Ross Sapp, God bless them. What a great, wrestling media representatives. They're geniuses. But we have to keep up with it creatively. And that's why people like me, people who are striving to be the greatest, to be the GOATs, to be the MJs, I just can't sit around and see this mediocrity. Not when I set it up for everybody to just slam it home. And that's why I am your benevolent Tru Heel phenom. Acknowledge me. Hello. It is me, your Tru Heel phenom, SP3, and we are live on the Tru Heel Heat YouTube and Facebook for your Royal Rumble preview show, pre-show before Royal Rumble starts. It is Tru Heel Heat 366 Phenomenal Political Rumble, discussing the latest wrestling news, including Roman Reigns' comments burying WWE creative and the roster, as well as Triple H probably. AJ Styles potentially wrestling after retiring from WWE today at the Royal Rumble. Tommaso Ciampa signing with AEW. A recap of this week in wrestling with WWE Saturday Night's main event featuring AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura putting on a classic. SmackDown last night featuring Royal Rumble preview and an 8-man tag main event. Raw on Netflix with Finn Balor ruining Styles versus CM Punk. Yet NXT Evolve, AAA, TNA Thursday Night Impact featuring Steve Maclin getting himself fired. AEW Dynamite and Collision featuring the shocking debut of Ciampa. ROH TV, NJPW, and STARDOM news this week in CMLL, and of course, final predictions for today's WWE Royal Rumble PLE. And to discuss it all, we're going to have an all-star panel here with us today. And first up, On the docket is the face of UK wrestling media. He is the founder and creator of Wrestling Intel and your favorite interviewer reporter in the UK, the one and only Alex McCarthy. How are you doing, Alex?
I'm good, brother. I'm very good. I was just straight vibing to that Tru Heel Heat intro. I was like, it was very good.
I did see you in the background. I saw you got the head bop down.
I was into it. Yeah, man. I'm up here in very not sunny Newcastle. Unfortunately, I won't be able to watch the Rumble live, although there is hot rumors in the media row that I'm going to be in that we're going to have a little screen with the Rumble on. Don't tell my employers that, but you know. So I'll be at a world title boxing fight tonight, covering that from ringside. But the journo that I'm next to, we're going to have a little screen to see what's going on as we do it. But yeah, man, excited to talk Rumble with you and get the Daily Boys back together. I know the third leg is going to be here soon. Where's Krssi? Where's Krssi Buckets? Where's she at?
Well, Krssi Luv, she's the Tru Heel princess, so she's on princess time. She likes to be fashionably late. She told me, I'll be there by the intro. She's still thinking that we have like the 5-minute long intros we used to do. We do cold opens now. She should know that she only got like 3 minutes past the time we're supposed to start to come, but she'll be here. I'm sure. She'll be here. But we appreciate you for joining us. The last time we had you on was in December. You told us about your new gig, Wrestling Intel, and you've been busy with Wrestling Intel. You've been having a couple of scoops, some great stories, some great reviews on the show. How's it been going with the new website?
Yeah, it's great, man. Like, like busy spells like this week. So like I've been doing the fight week here in Newcastle. So like last night I jumped on and did the, luckily SmackDown's not at a crazy time, so I could do the results, which I saw you did for Sports Illustrated. And yeah, man, I was doing a few news. Like, yesterday was a bit of a newsy day with Roman and The Rock's daughter also departing the company. So yeah, it's cool to be able to just jump on and do it whenever I want to do it. We've seen some nice traction from the so it was kind of like end of November was like the start maybe. And we've seen some nice growth each month. Obviously, had a couple of exclusives. I think the latest one was last week, maybe. The AEW guy who got fired. So yeah, like, and again, like I've heard stuff for the Rumble, but like, and I've said this to you before, I am super selective about what I put out there and what I don't. So, I mean, the first consideration is like, could it change? That's one thing that I always think about. Like, I don't want to be left with egg on your face. But number two, like I hate just spoiling things for people. Like that's terrible too. Like who thanks you for that? Like, so yeah, I got a couple of things. Maybe we'll discuss them today. And then by the time the Rumble's finished, people might come back here and be like, oh, but otherwise I'm really enjoying having my own thing, man. And I'm sure as time goes along, like there'll be more things that I can do with it. And right now, between working for the Sun, kind of doing boxing and combat stuff and football for them, it's a lovely bit of balance for me. So yeah, man, I'm enjoying it.
Love to see it for sure. Great, very happy for you. I know how much you put into the game of pro wrestling, so it's great to see you have your own gig right now. We're Wrestling Intel, so go over, check it out, show your support to AMAC here. But we got a lot to discuss on today's show. We appreciate y'all if you're joining us live. Appreciate y'all if you're watching us on demand. Remember to show your appreciation back. The simplest way possible is by dropping a thumbs up on this video. You can help out the YouTube algorithm and other wrestling fans like yourself see this video. You can also share this video with all your wrestling fans, friends, and family on all your favorite social media platforms. If you are new to the Tru Heel Heat YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to stay notified for all the great content here. You can also sound off in the comment section. If you're watching us on demand, we get a lot of people watching us on demand after we're live. So sound off. Let us know what you thought about this week in wrestling. Give us your Royal Rumble predictions or what you thought about the Royal Rumble if you're watching it afterwards. And of course, you can sound off in the live chat. We love to interact with all of you guys. Hear your thoughts on the week that was in pro wrestling. So of course, if you're feeling generous, you want to give back to what we do here, you want to show your support to the Tru Heel Heat flagship podcast, and of course, make sure your comment is highlighted on screen, you could do so with a super chat donation. Any dollar amount matters. It goes back to the contributors that you see on screen with us here, and we always appreciate the support. You can also do so by hitting the join button and becoming a member, like our good brother Luis in the chat. Good to see you, Luis. I saw you yesterday in the Royal Rumble preview chat. Glad you are joining us today. He said he wanted a longer podcast yesterday. We did that pre-recorded. Don't worry, you'll get the long podcast here. We'll stop a little bit before Royal Rumble starts. I'll probably with this show because we have a lot to discuss. But we also got Zach Minger in the chat who says, "Good morning, SP3, Krssi, and Alex. National Hot Chocolate Day." So, did you have your hot chocolate? Is it cold in Newcastle?
I've got it right now, brother. I'm staring at it.
Don't be scared to take a sip, man. Don't be scared to take a sip. We got Eric who says, "Hey, THH fam, happy Rumble Day. Rest in power, Desmond Wilson, and stay warm, everybody." Yes, rest in power, Desmond Wilson, and rest in power, Catherine O'Hara. Like one of the iconic female actresses, the mother from Home Alone. She was the mother in Beetlejuice. She was in one of my favorite sitcoms of all time, Schitt's Creek. Oh man, I was so sad to hear that. Even though 71, it feels like too young to pass away.
Yeah, in this day and age, for sure. Like I saw Macaulay Culkin's post about it as well. Like, damn, it's hitting everyone hard.
Yeah, he was like, "Mama, I wish I could have said so." That was sweet. That was very sweet. Gave you all the memories, all the feels of the 90s. We got in the chat as well with us today, Volop, who says, "It's hilarious for Roman to talk that kind of shit, especially since he spent half of his career with a boring ass industry plant allegation."
You can't say nothing these days, right? And people won't come for you and go, "What?" Like even Roman and what he's done in the past like 5 years, everyone's like, "Shut the fuck up, Roman. What are you talking about, man?" Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
I love it though. I'm sorry. This gave me life. Like I just put the meme of Denzel doing like and then smiling like, "Oh, this made my day." I was like, everybody's calling out the fraud. And see, this is also why I wanted you on today, because you know what I watched before we went live today, Alex?
What's that?
Settle it with your tier ranking, and you know what I'm gonna do. You know I gotta call you out. How dare you put Triple H in the S tier with Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, Hulk Hogan? You had Roman Reigns and John Cena in the A tier.
I didn't.
In the A tier.
You just said you watched it.
F tier.
You just said you watched it. I didn't have Roman in the A tier. Let's be very clear.
You made the argument for Roman in the S tier, but
I definitely argued. To me, Cena is A, not S. To me,
but you were disqualifying Cena for years that were not good, 7-8 years. You can argue the same thing about Triple H, that 7 or 8 years of his career were not good. They were not good, and he was never like I would say DX mid card, upper mid card babyface. Yeah, he had a good run, a good year with DX, but as a top guy being a babyface, he was never good. He never had
I never said he was.
Run as a. I know you made the argument that he's one of the greatest heels of all time.
Yeah,
I would argue that he's the second. He's the second,
the
behind
greatest foil. He is the greatest foil in the history of WWE. You could argue. Nobody has come out stronger from working with him as a heel than the baby faces that prospered around the turn of the millennium. That is indisputable, right? And that by itself is worth a candidacy of, because you couldn't. I didn't like that argument that Ash Rose put together of like, well, you can only be in the S tier if you were the ultimate or top baby face at the time. I don't particularly like that. I think heels are just as important drivers of the business, and without them, you can't have the top baby faces, in my opinion. And I just think through the longevity of his career, I agree in that I didn't love the what we're going to call the era, like the Reign of Terror, right? Is that what we call it? The Reign of Terror?
Yes, the Reign of Terror. Katie Vick, him burying Kane, RVD, Randy Orton, Rob Van Dam. Like he buried all these people in a 3-year stretch.
Yeah, well, exactly. Like I didn't like I hate the Booker thing. I think we've talked about this before. There's several parts of the career that I don't like, but this is the problem with Triple H, and I saw it on Twitter the other day. People conflate how they feel about him versus objectivity, right? And if you have, right, you can't dispute that his feud with Foley, right, and the Rumble 2000 match, and then anything with The Rock in 2000, like that is a banner year or 18 months that precious few other people can match. You can only about 5 or 6 people will get close to that, right? So
his 2000 is one of the all-time great years from anybody.
It is.
Anybody,
and you would struggle to find someone with a better calendar year than that. You really would, especially as a heel, where being a real heel, right, is super hard because eventually you end up getting cheered because you're so good at your job, where he actually had what I would call real heat. And even the, like the Stephanie storyline, I know people mock it now because, he married the boss's daughter and there's some elements of truth to that. But also,
on China.
Yeah, but it was like a great storyline too. If you're watching it like I was at the time, it was fucking great.
Yeah, it was.
I think
there's no doubt.
To me, I think with his contributions to the business and his role as a heel, I do think he deserves his spot as one of the best ever. But if and this is what I want, because we talked about this in the video, like where we might move some down and up later on, and I did say that about Triple H. Yeah, he doesn't obviously rub shoulders with Stone Cold and The Rock and Hogan. I grant that, right? But I do think you will struggle to name a more accomplished heel. Let's not forget Evolution either. Like he played a central role in sort of Randy and Batista as well, becoming big time members in the business. I think you will struggle to name a more productive heel than Triple H.
That's true. The Batista rivalry is another one that didn't get a lot of mention. That
everyone remembers. Everyone remembers.
I would put up there, but I have my rivalry with Triple H. I've been the biggest Triple H for years.
I don't mind if you don't like it. Like I'm big enough to say I don't like Hogan, right? And that was part of the reason that I'm like, no, I don't see it. And I knew Ash was right. I knew he was right that Hogan belonged at the top. Like he's the foundation. I know he's right, but that doesn't mean I want to admit it. That's it.
Well, we got a bunch of people in the chat saying it feels like Wrestling Daily all over again. So we got to bring in the rest of the panel here. First up, we got the princess of all the true heels. Of course, she is fashionably late. It is Miss Krssi Luv. How are you doing, Miss Krssi?
I'm good. See, SP, you're over on the other side. Like we have a shit ton of snow here. It's very, very freaking cold here. Like they said, it's colder than Alaska here. I need to move away, like ASAP. So they're fucking with our like internet and the garbage. Like everything is a shit ton of mess over here. If you don't know, but I'm here. Thank you. I'm sorry.
You look good. I like the hair.
I like. Oh, thank you. A little ponytail. Okay, let me find out.
Yeah,
okay, great.
Yeah.
Thanks. Hi, Alex. Long time no see, friend. How are you going?
I'm good, thank you very much. I mean, I thought I was cold up here, but apparently not. Like
no, it's okay. So right now, last week it was what, like 9 degrees. Today, right now, as we speak, okay, it's 15. So it's 15 right now.
All right, it's all right.
That would be in like the negative Celsius, I think.
I was about to say, are we doing our metrics? I think that is
metrics. Yes.
Yeah. For me, it's 8, but in our time, right? So I think you're colder, right? Okay.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we haven't had this cold in a long time. We've like escaped winters, so this is actually we are having winter at this present moment. Like we've had like it's been hot, it'd be cold, it'd be going up and down. We haven't had a consistent straight winter in a long time, so. Everyone is very upset, and everyone is in a shitty mood. No one can go anywhere. Like it's really, really bad.
Over here, it's a thought that like New York when it's cold and snowy is like magical, right? And I don't know whether that's perpetuated by films or whatever, but
It is.
Exactly.
with the Brits, it's like, oh, that's a great time to go. I've only ever been in August when it was fucking scalding hot.
Oh, yeah, see?
And I went in November for Survivor Series where it was chilly, but not,
not as cold as when it gets in like December, January, February. Like you were lucky to be in November. But we got one more to add to the panel.
Nice.
He is, of course, my mocha brother. He is the co-host of the Dynamite Review over on WrestlePurists, and the third of our daily boys. He is Sat E Niangi. What's going on?
Look at that hot brother. Look at him.
He is.
Hello. I knocked over a
glass. You got
me
Ebony and Ivory all in one shot, man. Like, this is great.
Yes. Why not? We're the original. What can I say?
Matter of fact, you're actually an Oreo, but just reversed.
We're like different shades. It's like a color bar. It's a color bar from Alex to Krssi to me to Stat.
It definitely is.
Listen, I smashed something in the kitchen, so it took me a while to get here. Like, I had to deal with that. So, it's been a thing. Dealing with a cold. Every time I cold, I've been dealing with a cold. My nose been bunged up, and my energy levels, my voice. I feel like I lost it yesterday. Oh yeah, I got laryngitis. I didn't think I was gonna make it, as they said. I can't do it, bruv. I can't do it. But we soldier on. I'm here. I'm here with the crew. Yeah, let's talk about wrestling. What's going on? How stupid Triple H is. Yeah.
Oh my God! Yes.
Let's talk about his influence on the Attitude Era, right, or lack thereof. That's what I want to talk about. Let's talk about it.
Wait, because I already dragged Alex for putting Triple H in the S tier over on Settle It. But I will say I am one. I don't agree with a lot of this talk. People are saying like he was something small in the Attitude Era. Let's not do that. Like I am somebody that is a full on Triple H op. But I know his importance to the Attitude Era. The leader of that generation.
Everyone is welcome to dislike him. I can't stress that enough. But let's not,
that's where my hatred started, was in the Attitude Era for Triple H. I liked him when he was the leader of DX. When he broke DX up at WrestleMania 15, that started my whole like, I don't like this guy. I didn't like him when he was going against The Rock in the Nation, because even at 10 years old, I didn't like blackface. So like
oh yeah, I don't
think you can age out of that, to be honest. You know what I mean? I think it's pretty universal.
So like I will say he was an important part of the Attitude Era. Was he the top guy? Was he one on the level of Austin, Rock, Vince? Even to a certain extent, I think that him and Foley is an argument. Him and Undertaker is an argument. Him and Kane is an argument. Like I think that he's not in that top three, but he is someone that you can argue is in that top five. You
want to hear something funny? So people go, "Oh, he was the top heel of the 2000s." His heel run didn't last that long. That guy was a tweener for a bit. Do you remember? Rikishi was going to be the top heel. My guy was a tweener. He was going to be a babyface for a bit, and then he turned back heel. He was
only a tweener because he told Vince, "Man, Stephanie McMahon won't leave me for Kurt Angle. Look at that guy."
Right? Exactly. Kurt Angle had a spell being a top heel for a bit, and he got to 2001.
He was never the top heel, Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle was
silly.
Listen, he was
never the top heel.
Listen,
behave yourself, Sam.
Listen. I don't know. Survivor Series. Who ended the show?
That makes you the top.
What
are we doing here?
The main event.
Survivor Series 2000. It was Triple H and Austin was the main event.
What the main event?
Yeah, when he flips the car, when Austin flips Triple H in the car. That's Survivor Series 2000.
Man, don't worry. Kurt Angle was not the top heel, guys. It was Rikishi. Okay,
Rikishi. We knew this.
Okay. Listen. All right, this is the truth. All right, he was upper mid card.
No, right? It's gonna be more.
He was upper mid card. Yeah, listen. Let's tell the truth. All right. Start from '98. He's bloody wearing British Bulldog mid card title. That's what we're gonna call it because that's what it is. Right. That's second tier. That's mid card. Don't call it upper mid card. You're mid card. And then Owen Hart faces him. Did people say, "Oh my gosh, it's a huge month for Owen Hart. He's facing Triple H"? People say that's a step down. Why? Because he's mid card. And then he faces The Rock, right? He faces The Rock. This is great for Triple H because The Rock's really up there, man. He's smelling that main event success is coming to him. And then after that, they get to SummerSlam. Triple H's shining moment. Nobody gave a shit. Rocky. Who's fighting in a steel cage match for number one contendership for the WWF title? It's not Triple H because he fucked up his leg. What is he doing? Commentary. I'm bisexual. Whoopsie. Whatever the fucking he said on commentary. What is he doing? Absolutely nothing. When Mankind wins the title, did they flip the channel for Triple H? No, because Mankind's a bigger draw than Triple H. Then Triple H comes back, right? Comes back in 99, goes to Royal Rumble. He's still mid-card. He fights Kane mid-card. He breaks up DX, still mid-card. He's like, where's Undertaker hanging with that mid-card guy? They're trying with him. We're going to try with you. Then he does the game promo. He does his best Shane Douglas impression because Shane Douglas got the raspy voice. So he has to have a raspy voice. He doesn't know who he is. 1 minute he's blue blood. Next minute, he's Shawn Michaels, 2.0, wearing tights now with long hair. Look how he can do comedy. Look at me. Yeah. Then he's Shane Douglas, 2002, a mega Triple H. No, we want Hulk Hogan. Not. And after that, 2003, who is he now? I am Harley Race meets Ric Flair, but extra boring. He never knew who he is. 1 year, he's this guy. The other year, he's got an identity crisis. He's phony. The guy's been phony. Who is he? Rock, he's always been Rock. It's just different layers of Rock. Triple H is like, ooh, what can I do to get over? I'm gonna watch this and then do this. I'm gonna watch this and then do this.
I want to argue.
Argue them.
I love
this guy,
that.
Yeah. This guy is so insecure. I have to beat Kevin Nash because I used to carry his bags. I have to beat Goldberg because he was on all the magazines.
So you think Kevin Nash should have been the champion then?
Oh, listen, anything's better than Triple H. My guy.
No, it wasn't that. What are you doing?
I'd rather have Nash, be champion than Triple H. He was the worst thing about wrestling.
You're tying yourself just to hate Triple H.
Listen, him and Jeff Jarrett. Listen, listen, let's bring Jeff into it. These two white guys, were the reason why everybody ran to ROH. They were just stinking up the joint. Let some people of color win. Let Monty Brown win. Let Booker T win. Nope. It has to be these motherfuckers winning the title all the time, right? And then Batista.
Booker T should have won. I've consistently said that. Booker T should have beat Triple H.
Exactly. Him and his big ass nose when he shaved his facial hair.
I argued like multiple of his challengers in that period. I thought Rob Van Dam should have beat him. I thought Scott Steiner just coming into WWE should have probably beat him if he could have gotten in shape. If he could have gotten in shape.
Yeah, I was going to say Scott was in bad shape is the only problem with that, isn't it?
I
think they might have gone with him.
But logically speaking, he's just coming into the company. You want to present him as a big star. He shouldn't be losing his first feud against Triple H.
No, but again, that's a booking decision, I guess. Like I would have, I go with you, but he had a fucked foot, didn't he? So like they had the Rumble match. I get why maybe that didn't work out. Rob Van Dam, you're absolutely spot on. It's if you actually watch it from that period, let's just say when he enters the Alliance, right? You can't it's like Booker the 2 years later. Like you actually can't believe how over he is, Rob Van Dam at that point. He is like tippy top babyface reactions. It's insane. If you said to me then, when's he going to win his first world title? And I go, 5 years. He's 6. The fuck is that? That's mental.
That's crazy.
Mental.
Oh man, Sat started us off strong. He's bringing the Tru Heel Heat as he always does. We appreciate you, Sat, so much, and we appreciate y'all in the chat with your super chat donations. We got first up the King Ellie Show, who says, "What's up, guys? My 2026 Royal Rumble predictions: Drew, Gunther, Roman Reigns, and Bianca." Okay. I mean, I can agree with, I can see my head is saying that 3 of those are right. I won't tell you which 3. We got Andrew Brown in the chat with a super chat donation. Thank you so much for the support. He says, if AEW got the opportunity to sign Roman Reigns, would you take it given some of the rumors? We're going to talk more about that in a bit here. So I'll make sure that we highlight. Yeah, we highlight this super chat when we get to the topic. But we'll start things off. We, of course, as always, with our Tru Heel roll call, shouting out everybody across social media and here on the Tru Heel Heat YouTube channel supporting us. Our top 3 conversation starters on our Tru Heel's Facebook group page, our Tru Heel Trinity. We got Jermaine Packman, we got Joe Bellini, and Stewie John Palmer. Our Patreon backers, you got Volup, you got Negro Buck Nick Jackson, Professor Chris, Trey, Robert, Steve, Ladarius, John Martin, Dolores, James, Alan, Santo, Justin Ridge, and Chuck Berries. Thank you so much supporting us over at patreon.com/Tru Heel Heat. $3 a month gets you exclusive content, the best place to support us when we are not live here. But without further ado, let's get into what we missed. And we're going to start from last Saturday onward. And we're going to start with WWE. You had WWE Saturday night's main event. Last Saturday, the show featured Sami Zayn defeating Damian Priest, Trick Williams, and Randy Orton in a great 4-way main event to become the new #1 contender to face Drew McIntyre for the undisputed WWE Championship at the Royal Rumble. Post-match, McIntyre tried to attack, but Zayn was able to evade this assault to stand tall in his hometown of Montreal, Quebec. Cody Rhodes and Jacob Fatu was supposed to kick off the show in a one-on-one matchup, but they got into a huge arena-wide brawl that went all over until Drew McIntyre put both men through tables to stand tall, getting a measure of revenge on the two men that have made his title reign a lot more stressful than it should have been, than it should be right now. Then you had Rio picked up a win over the Judgment Day's Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez in an awesome opener to the show to retain the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships, thanks to an assist from Stephanie Vicaire fighting off Raquel Rodriguez. And then the big one was AJ Styles beating Shinsuke Nakamura in an excellent encounter that might just be their best match in WWE in their final bout against one another. Post-match, you had Styles and Nakamura. They embraced in the same way that they did back at New Japan Pro Wrestling's Wrestle Kingdom 10 a decade ago. So a great moment for AJ as he prepares for his career-threatening match tonight at the Royal Rumble. Alex, what was your thoughts on Saturday night's main event last Saturday?
Can I just say, I see a comment in the chat saying he and WWE buried Randy Orton in 2004. Oh, yeah, Randy Orton really buried 14-time world champion. He's had a bad go of it.
I mean, he shouldn't have turned babyface. He shouldn't have turned babyface in 2004. Triple H necessitated that.
He's so insecure that he can't look vulnerable in a video game. That's how, listen, small dick energy. Small dick energy. His nose is bigger than his penis. You know what I'm saying? He's got small dick energy. Listen, this guy's a phony. I never seen a guy when he was glazing my.
Let's not use the word bury stupidly. That's my argument.
He didn't bury. No, he didn't. He stalled. Luckily, he's a third-generation Nepo baby. He did fine. But listen, I never seen a guy glaze Mike. When Mike Tyson in '98, when they did that address in I don't know where it was, in Boston, New York, wherever, when Shawn Michaels got Chuck battery in his head. And when they did that live thing, the way Triple H behind him crouch chopping, I've never seen a guy so desperate for screen time behind Mike Tyson. He does all that kind of stuff. He's such a glazer. You see him with other celebrities, glazing celebrities, even the black ones. Even he can't stand black people because I'm just gonna glaze you because it's cool to glaze you. It's a phony. The guy's a phony. In your face, be like, "Oh, Alex, nice to see you," and behind your back, get that motherfucker out of here. Alex, I don't know why they banned you guys from coming in here. I don't know. He's a phony. He's got no balls. When Julie Hart pressed him, right? You see him beyond the shadows. Julie Hart pressed him. What did he do? Look down to the ground, sniffing the floor because that's how big his nose is. I swear to God. I had nothing to do with this. Exactly. I had no idea. And he steals all the stuff on PWG, ROH, all the stuff. They were doing it before him. NXT is not an original idea. And a black guy who did all the work, he took credit for this black guy's work. And the black guy goes to SmackDown, talking about Ryan Ward. Does a great job there, but they ain't going to give him anything as well. It'll be like, oh, SmackDown's doing well. Is it because of Vince McMahon or Bruce Pritchard or whoever they wanted to fucking give credit to?
He's the head right now, isn't he? Ryan Ward.
Well, he's the overseer. He's the overseer. I think.
Yeah, he's the overseer. He's basically the middleman between the co-lead writers and Triple H.
Yeah, he mocks their work.
Black power.
He mocks their paper. He looks at it. He's like, "Road Dogg, that's a spelling mistake, and she's not on that show."
Well, Alex, back to what I was saying.
Sorry.
What did you think about Saturday night's main event?
Also, I knew Matey was joking. I can see his comment in the chat. I know, I'm only joking too.
I wasn't.
It was. I always think it's like it's kind of why I loved early AEW in a way. Like, there's just a bit too much too close for me. You know, like when AEW used to have just like 4, 6, whatever pay-per-views or whatever, and I don't really love the let's do a sort of PLE, whatever they want to call it, a week before the Rumble. But like, you know, the action, as is typical with these things, was strong. I was writing about this the other day, where you see Rumble season. So, like, typically speaking, whoever gets put into the title picture, like, it's not really worth investing your time in, right? So, like, yeah, I want to see Sammy win, but like, do I think Sammy's going to dethrone Drew? Probably not. So it's going to be like 0-12, and it's just like more. Because I was looking at, I think
More
the last
letdowns.
Yeah, and like, because they're just getting ready for Mania season, they're not going to make sort of standard changes. I know Drew beat Cody, but you know what I'm saying on pay-per-view. So like, I think the last title change at Rumble was Lashley beating Brock, which was obviously via skullduggery, and only so that Brock could then win the Rumble. So it's it's difficult for me to get invested in these sorts of things. is the argument. But I think, you know, at least the storylines kicked us on a little bit with Drew and Jacob and all of that stuff. So, you know, we're at a spot where the Rumble's interesting, at least.
Yeah. I said on the review, I think this was the best Saturday night's main event that they've done. Because usually Saturday night's main event, you can get one good matchup. I thought all the matches were good to great on this show, and then you had a hot angle to kick off the show as well. So I thought this was one of the stronger ones, especially since the reboot back in December of 2024. Sat, any thoughts on Styles versus Nakamura? And did you think, like some WWE fans, this was better than Wrestle Kingdom?
No, because I'm educated on my graphics.
Did people say that?
Yes, there was people who was like, "This is the best match they've ever had with each other." I was like, "You can tell you never watched that."
Right? In WWE, maybe. Sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe. Yeah.
I was at Mania 34, and that shit weren't good. But yeah, anyway.
I was there too. It wasn't.
This match is like they both sat down to watch Wrestle Kingdom and like, oh, I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna pick that, and that's what it felt like. You know, when you get the trilogy, the third film, all it is like a retreat of the first one. We had 2 films away, so you kind of forget the plot. So you're like, oh, it feels kind of fresh, even though it's not. But all I can say is I've been one of the rare people who said I didn't think Nakamura was washed. He was just picky in his spots of when he's going to show what he can do in the ring. So when people say Nakamura's washed, Finn Balor's washed, AJ Styles washed, I'm like, you need to wash. All right, you check your hygiene. You stop watching other people. I don't like that. So the guys in their 40s, obviously they step, you know, the gear's a bit lower than it was before. But I feel like if Nakamura wants to, he showed it. Like if it's like a moment where I can, you know, show out, I'm gonna show out. I came in for retirement. You didn't give me the title. Oh, cool. I'm just gonna go surf and take pictures. You know, that's what he does. He takes lovely pictures, and it was good. I'm hoping that you know, I'm jumping ahead, that with the rumor of Evil coming to WWE, that they put Shinsuke in a team with him. I know. Listen, sometimes we cry about, oh, why you put the Latinos together? Why you put the white people together? So with Nakamura, he's in that case where he's done everything in WWE. It makes the most sense for him to leave. Either go back to Japan or, you know, go to Noah, go to New Japan, but mostly go to Noah because, you know, you win the world title in you know, just the first show there, or go to AEW, or be in a tag team, because that's the one thing he did. Rick Boogs doesn't count. That was like a wherever, but him being in a tag team is like, yeah, he was in a tag team with Cesaro, but that didn't really count either. It was just 2 singles guys. I feel like if you put him in a group, if this whole thing with Tama Tonga is meant to lead to him like refining himself or finding allies that also was with him in Japan, it's great to introduce Evil, who people may not know. People are hating on him because they're like, yeah, that's Io's man. Wherever you may feel pressed, but she likes her some Evil. You know what I'm saying? She likes a Prince of Darkness between the sheets. So, you know, you just have to cope. I'm not talking about a black guy, Prince of Darkness, you know what I'm saying? But Evil, you know. I feel like it'd be a cool way to introduce him, you know, do a tag team thing, because with Guerrillas of Destiny being tag champions again, it makes sense to probably put Nakamura and Evil in that tag division. It'll give him something to do. You know, he's in his 40s, he gets to tag in and out, not do that much, and it makes people find out about Evil. And AJ Styles, I think, is retiring at the Rumble because it's synergy. He debuted at the Rumble 10 years ago. He retires at the Rumble 10 years later. So
I agree.
We're going to talk more about AJ Styles and what if he's retiring his career or his WWE career, like he said on a certain show this week. Last night, though, you had WWE SmackDown. Friday night SmackDown was from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, one night before the Royal Rumble. The show featured Cody Rhodes kicking off the broadcast to talk about potentially winning his third Royal Rumble, which received a lot of boos from the crowd. That led to Randy Orton coming out to remind his friend that he is not the only two-time winner in the Rumble this year. This brought out Jey Uso, who claimed that he was going to win back-to-back Royal Rumbles. I wish that would have got booed. Then Sami Zayn came out. Sami Zayn came out to state that if any of them win, they'll be facing him at Mania, as he will culminate 3 stories at the Rumble. 1, finally becoming WWE champion, ending his 0-11 losing streak against Drew McIntyre, and he's never lost in Saudi Arabia. Finally, we had Paul Heyman and The Vision came down to say none of them will win at the Rumble. This set up a big 8-man tag main event where Cody, Jay, Orton, and Zayn beat The Vision via disqualification thanks to outside interference from undisputed WWE champion Drew McIntyre, who looked to get a measure of an advantage ahead of the big title match today at the Royal Rumble. He started beating down on Zayn until Jacob Fatu came out to go after Drew. This got Cody involved, who attacked both Fatu and McIntyre, trying to get revenge for what happened at Saturday night's main event. But Sammy got the last laugh on Drew, hitting an Aluva kick to take him out. Zayn went to pick up the WWE Championship, but Cody Rhodes, the spotlight hog, tried to pick up the title as well until Braun Breaker laid out both men with a spear to end the broadcast. Also on the show, you had Carmelo Hayes defeated Rey Fenix in a banger to retain the United States Championship, another banger as part of this United States Championship Open Challenge for Melo. Speaking of which, the former champion Ilya Dragunov, he got himself a measure of redemption as he beat The Miz in a decent matchup. Miz couldn't take the H-bomb though. That sucked. He had his arms up and everything. He's like, I gotta protect my face. I want to make some D-list movies. Then you had Axiom won back his mask with a victory over Johnny Gargano in a rock solid bout. AJ Styles came out to talk about his career-threatening match against Gunther at the Royal Rumble, beating the Ring General in to kickstart the phenomenal farewell tour. He wants to face the likes of Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, and CM Punk until Gunther came out to state that he will make Styles tap out like he did John Cena. However, Styles stated that the last time he checked, Gunther is the one who tapped out like a little bitch. This pissed off Gunther until he decided to wait until the Royal Rumble. And finally, we had Alex's favorite wrestler, Charlotte Flair, and Alexa Bliss. They came out to discuss competing against one another in the Women's Royal Rumble match. They started arguing about potentially eliminating one another until the Judgment Day came out to state that one of them will win the Rumble. Nick Aldis made a tag team match between Flair and Bliss facing Liv and Roxanne, with Charlotte and Alexa picking up the victory.
Sorry,
thanks a lot.
Sorry,
got to mute. Thanks in large part to Stephanie Vicaire fighting off Raquel Rodriguez to give Charlotte and Alexa the advantage. Krssi, what did you think about last night's Friday Night SmackDown?
Last night's show was pretty cool. It got a little slow mid-time-ish, but it was fine. I just want to say I think Charlotte has gotten worse.
Whoa, what?
I don't know if she's afraid because of the leg, but she ain't it no more. Yesterday, I was like, nah, this is Charlotte. I think Charlotte need to hang it up. Like, you'll never be a main eventer again. I'm sorry, sis.
I wonder if she's working babyface Flair as well, as opposed to.
And maybe it's the character. Maybe it's her being a babyface too. Everything is all wrong. It just doesn't, like the wrestling. Everything is just bad. if she do another cartwheel in the ring.
It never looks good. That cartwheel into the clothesline, she has to make the opponent she's hitting it on looks like an idiot for just standing in place, pausing like, oh my God, what's happening?
When she did it yesterday, I was like, yes, we need to pack her up because this is not good. Pack her up.
Remember the Andrade elbow? It used to look like she used to bang heads. It never used to look fluid when she used to.
And maybe it's his fault. Maybe he tainted her, ruined her. But I don't know what it is. But it ain't. It's just I don't know.
He took our mojo. Mojo is sexually transmitted. I don't know.
And then she was giving everyone the chops. The chops don't even look real. It don't even look like she's hitting the girls. It's just like all you just see hair. Just like it looks terrible. Like give me a Gunther chop. Like. You're gonna chop the right way. But overall, SmackDown was cool. A moment for Sami Zayn was great. That's all I got for you guys.
I'll say it was a super hot crowd. But then I've seen loads of images that there weren't that many people there. So
there was a lot of empty seats. I saw it watching the show.
WWE must have the best signal boosting gear in the world because like it looked fairly empty, but like on TV it sounded
great. It sounded
really
amazing.
Good. Yeah, and that helps a show, a hot crowd for sure. So I'll say another thing. I don't care at all about Stephanie Vaquer's title reign. At all.
Another one they tainted is just trash. Throw it away. Pack her up too.
Do you know why though? Do you know why? All the main eventers are scattered to different titles. So it's almost like they did a joke.
All the main eventers are in the tag team division. They just stopped caring about the mid card and the main titles.
I was talking about more like Raw. I saw about Becky, Intercontinental champion. Yeah. I know what you're trying to say.
When they do that, when they're trying to Gunther's first title reign was a bit like this. Like they don't pump big players, right? They just go right. Well, they're busy doing something else, so we'll let you have a run. But it's not really a run.
It's not.
And I think that's hurt her a great deal. That Stephanie Vaquer, like she had Nikki Bella for however long, which is like,
keep my practice.
Do I need to expand? Like, I guess it's cool in a microcosm of like she's a legend, but you don't want to work that too much. And
she's a legend to the women. It's a legend to the women. But
but you know what I'm saying. There's a part of the fan base that might, not me, but I'm sure that there's people that would go, oh, loves Nikki Bella. Here's Stephanie Vaquer. Like it's a.
Give it a tag belt. It's more like at this point in her career, I want to see Nikki be tag champion for her sister.
No,
in terms of singles,
you don't. You don't. Stop lying.
I think with Stephanie Vaquer though, it's an instance of that was a pivot. That was really a pivot if you really think about it, because Naomi was going to have a longer run with that Women's World Championship, so they had to speed up her push and give her the title, and thus they just said, "Oh, you're gonna feud with Raquel Rodriguez and Nikki Bella for 3 months."
I'm going to start doing Krssi rebuttals. I'm just going to say no. I'm not going to give you anything else. I'm going to say no. That's it. Yeah. No, you're right. Like Naomi was meant to have a run, and I was really looking forward to it too. Like she really just got into her groove. I was here for that, but I still don't think that's necessarily an excuse when you look at what they've got on the landscape. Like Rhea and Io, cool, but it is a bit wasteful. Right?
Yeah.
Like,
top
do you
stars,
need 4 or 5 teams going for the tag belts? Do you need 4 or 5? Right? When you can't your world title scene, you don't.
Yes.
Unless they're building to a TLC at WrestleMania. That's the only reason to do this before WrestleMania is well, the men got their TLC moment last year twice. Now the women are going to get it, and that's a great way to get multiple women on the WrestleMania card.
Yeah, it is. Do you think Charlotte and Alexa make it to Mania as a team?
I hope so. Charlotte, Ashley Flair.
I don't see what else they can do otherwise. What they're going to do, a singles match?
That's not Charlotte, guys. That's Ashley Flair, okay? I'm seeing a real life person. The character died last year.
Yes,
I'm looking at Ashley Flair. This is Ashley Flair. Good go, girl. I'm happy for you. Yeah, we're cheering. Woo, we're cheering for you, girl. No bad energy. No bad energy. We love you. That's the vibe.
Yeah, but I think it's like Charlotte doesn't want to flip, right? Like she doesn't want to be heel again. She's been waiting to be, whether right or wrong, she's been waiting to be face forever. And I don't think, and they don't want to flip Alexa either, because I think she ships like a fuckload of merch, and she's obviously just she's obviously popular. So it's like you're in a rock and a hard place with that tag team, aren't you? What are you going to do with it? But you know, I'll tell you this. The Women's Rumble 1 and 2 will be Charlotte and Alexa.
I can see that. I would like that as a start to the Rumble. I said Bailey and Lyra on our preview, but that works as well.
It will be Charlotte.
Speaking of which, Monday Night Raw. On Monday, they were in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. They had a sold-out show for that one, for sure, as AJ Styles kicked off the show to talk about Gunther ending his WWE career, and how there was a lot of guys in locker rooms all over the world he would love to face, as well as still wanting to become a world champion. This led to CM Punk coming out to question Styles' decision to put his career on the line. However, this set up a world heavyweight championship match between the two legends for later. This led to a show-long story where Punk met up with Finn Balor to talk about last week's matchup, where he said the Judgment Day member thanked him for the match in Ireland before Punk encouraged Balor to leave his stable and enter the Royal Rumble to get another shot. Balor attempted to enter the Rumble, but Raw General Manager Adam Pearce denied him, saying that the field was filled. Ironically enough, we had like 10 people.
Such lies.
10 people declared for the Rumble since then. Including on this show. It was funny. But Balor was also approached by Liv Morgan, who questioned Balor listening to Punk and said that the Judgment Day is his family. Finally, we had Punk and Styles in the main event, and this went to a no contest thanks to Balor interfering to attack Punk, laying him out with multiple shotgun drop kicks and 3 straight coup de grace to stand tall at the end of the show. Speaking of Adam Pearce, though, he had to apologize to Braun Breaker and the Vision for putting his hands on him a few weeks back. He then entered all 4 members of the Vision into the Royal Rumble match and made a match between Austin Theory and Rey Mysterio. This led to Theory This led to Theory picking up a win over Mysterio. Post-match, the Vision jumped Penta and Dragon Lee after Mysterio was apparently injured. Alpha Academy scored a victory over the Creed Brothers, Los Americanos, and the New Day to become the #1 contenders for the World Tag Team Championships, while Stephanie Vicaire and Rio defeated the Judgment Day in a very fun trios matchup. Later, Vicaire and Raquel Rodriguez had a brawl backstage that led to Adam Pearce announcing that they would face next week on Monday Night Raw for the WWE Women's World Championship in a Philadelphia street fight, despite Raquel Rodriguez still being entered into the Royal Rumble. Terrible. Didn't make any sense at all.
Didn't make no sense, none whatsoever.
Don't make any sense at all. A lot of stuff on Raw did not make a lot of sense, but any thoughts on Finn Balor, the saga of Finn Balor, Krssi? Because I know you're the biggest Finn Balor fan on the show.
I enjoyed that on Raw, by the way. Finn Balor.
Yeah. They won't give him any type of shine. They keep making him be a loser. And you're gonna tell this man blatantly in his face that there's no. First of all, I've never even seen anyone say there's no more spots in the Royal Rumble.
Bro,
never.
Make up spots, bro.
Making up spots, but then you had a video package and you let the other 4 guys, 2 of which are losers, shouldn't even be in the Royal Rumble, but we're going to let them be in the Royal Rumble. So that's great. You're going to tell this man to his face that there's no spots available. I need a letter of a complaint. Someone should have put up a petition because he's a fucking liar. Where's Nick Aldis? Like, you took all the spots on SmackDown? I don't understand this.
Hey, Nick Aldis let Damian Priest on declare last night on SmackDown. So
right, Wepa. It's Wepa time.
So annoying.
Oh, what was your thoughts?
They explain his boy's face. Like I don't even know how he just re-signed with them. I don't even understand it. He'll have to figure it out too eventually. He still has some good years in him, I feel like.
I'm hoping this is leading to a babyface turn for Balor. I feel like it is. It is. The fact that he's in an important storyline, it gives me hope. What do you think, Alex?
I think anyone who saw Unreal and saw that last year it was meant to be him and Dom. And then they obviously skirted away from it. I think Dom saw in popularity probably put the brakes on that. But they'd be stupid if they saw the last month and thought, oh, we'll just keep Finn where he is. Like, people are pining for a change for him. And it is like having a main event player at your disposal and just keeping him on the back burner. Like, if you actually look at his match log for the past 12 months, he's just in, and he loves JD, right? And it's played an important part in his career. And I'm sure he's enjoyed bringing him along on the main roster. But like, at some point, it's like a sleeping giant that you kind of need to awaken, because there's a lot of main event matches you can use Finn Balor for. He's just going to waste. And I do feel like, as well, as kind of cool as the Judgment Day have been on Raw, like, Finn's part in that is probably past its sell-by date. Like, he's done really all he can in that group or with them. If you want to kick Dom on and Liv and whatever, like, you let them kind of whatever. But I think he's got to be making a move soon. And from all that I understand, speaking to him in the past, I knew he did really want the heel run, because he was really kind of one-dimensional before it in WWE. But I know he's ready to be a face again. So, man, I hope it happens for him, because it's a real waste otherwise.
Were you disappointed, Sat, that the Punk and Styles matchup that a lot of people were excited for was used for Finn's story more than just letting them have a great matchup? Because they definitely worked that match like it was going to end in a DQ.
Well, that's a good question you asked, right? Good. I'll answer the question. I'll go around the houses like I usually do. I'll answer the question. No, I wasn't disappointed, because I know what company I'm watching. So it's part of the course. For me to be upset is to lie and not know what I'm watching. It'd be very disingenuous. It would be me complaining for the sake of complaining. So for me, it's standard. It's a regular Monday. What do you mean? I'm shocked. What, he couldn't get into the Rumble? He realized being good didn't work. It's part of the storyline. People say they like following storylines. Sometimes they lie. So it's part of the storyline. It's meant to lead to something bigger. And I'm on the wait and see bandwagon. But in terms of what you asked Alex about Finn Balor's face turn, I've been waiting for 2 years. All right, this has been going for 2 years. Okay, and another thing is as well, the guy may look young, right? He's in great shape, but he's in his mid-40s, and I feel like it's kind of like the Dolph Ziggler-ness of it all. It's like, this is the year they're gonna push Dolph, not for the NXT title against Braun, but big time. And I feel like Finn's become our Dolph Ziggler, as in, like, it's probably never going to happen, but you're never going to lose hope, because
oh my God, don't say
Triple
that.
H loved this guy. Triple H loved that, loved the guy, and the way he was pushed when he first came in, and the way he's been pushed subsequently, is fucking jarring. So I think it's that hope of, like, one day you're gonna wake up and give him a participation trophy, month-long title reign, because LA Knight's got his one coming up. Finn's got his one coming up. There's a backlog of guys, including Sami Zayn. We want to have like a 1 month title reign, because we all want him to be champion, but not all of them can be champion, because there's young guys that need to be champion. So there's a log jam of people that.
But you said something interesting there, that Triple H loves him. Is it Triple H loves him, or Triple H loved him in NXT? Because there is a long list of guys that Triple H loved in NXT that are no longer in the company. Tommaso Ciampa, Killer Cross. There's guys that are on the roster that are not like Johnny Gargano. Yeah. Like there's multiple guys that he loved in NXT, but maybe he doesn't love on the main roster.
I think there's a bracket below the world title that features the likes of Finn Balor, Sami Zayn, LA Knight, all people that we like and good performers, but like obviously whether Triple H or they see them as the marquee and like the top guy is different. I personally I've said for a few years, I think if you don't have Sami Zayn doing that climb towards the title, it'd be a big waste. But now we're almost at a territory where it's like you can telegraph it from so far away. It's like, it wouldn't be as organic as they could have done it like a year or two ago. Like when he was fresh out of the Bloodline storyline would have been a great time to do it. But obviously we are where we are. But I do think, more to your point of Triple H and favorites and NXT exports and stuff. I mean, Priest having a world title run is a choice.
He was a good champion in the end, so it's kind of he proved himself. He did not crap the bed.
No, but
He
what's
got
cracking
better.
better and what's proving yourself though? Because he's not going to be it again. So
Yeah, good. He's done it. He scratched the itch.
that's not proving yourself, is it? Like if you proving yourself would be now he's got main
he's in
event
his
player.
40s. Okay, he's done. All right, he should have came 10 years ago.
Don't change the argument, Sat. Right? you said he
He's
proved
lucky.
himself.
He's lucky. He ain't proved
He did
himself.
not prove
but
himself.
Well done.
He
But it's
didn't.
like,
He
you're
did.
done.
He did like
You're old.
he did a serviceable job at best.
He did. He's done. He did a serviceable job, and he's done. Put him in the back now. Now it's Finn's turn.
What's your
Hello.
name?
That's Sat and Krssi and Alex.
Where's Krssi? What's his name? What's his name?
That's
Oh my
Alex.
god, she's got a British accent now.
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
sure.
He has a whole
Krssi.
accent. Yeah, you didn't know?
Sat, Alex.
But
Sat
I
like
just
sat on a chair.
got my shoulder too itchy.
Okay,
Oh,
so you want the people to make your shoulder feel better?
Oh yes, my shoulder really hurts. No,
Okay,
I
I'll
got
get your
my phone.
His daughter sounds like
The
Kate
phone is
Winslet.
more important than the shoulder.
Yeah.
Great sell job here.
Mm.
Yes, it is. It is. You can tell it's not that important to her. Okay. You want to hear them? Okay.
Hi,
Hello.
Harlem. How are you?
Hi, Harlem.
Harlem.
You hear
It
them?
should be called Hertfordshire because you're not Harlem anymore.
Hey, I'm from Hertfordshire. Let me
There
know.
you go.
Tell Dad to rub your shoulder,
Thank you.
okay?
All right, go back to mommy. To
Bye.
lower level.
Hi.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
SP3's got an English sounding daughter. Oh my gosh.
Hey,
tea and
Yep.
she sold more than Goldberg ever did. Let me tell you.
But that is a perfect segue to talk about another guy who's known for spears, Roman Reigns, because he was in the news yesterday. Roman Reigns has pulled back on his WWE schedule over the past couple of years, but he's back, and a simple message to the roster was get over. Reigns is set to compete in the men's Royal Rumble match on this Saturday. His first match since Survivor Series War Games. The Tribal Chief may not be at every show the way that he used to be, but he said in character or not so much, or maybe a little bit of both on the Pat McAfee show, that he still carries the mindset that it is his show when he returns, and that it's up to the roster to take his spot. On if he still feels like it's his show when he comes back, he says, I think you know what I mean. There's always a mindset of that. But to be completely honest and transparent here, 2 years ago, it all changed around. And what I've been doing out there hasn't exactly been the same of what I've done before. And the way I look at it is I'm a generous tribal chief. I give the people plenty of time, these young talents. Get over, kids. Get over. And we're 2 years here now, and we haven't advanced. We haven't evolved. We have great leadership in Nick Khan. God bless him. What a businessman. He's a genius. But we have to be able to keep up with that creatively. And that's why people like me, people are striving to be the very best, the greatest, the GOATs, the MJs. I just can't sit around and see mediocrity. Not when I set it up for everybody to just slam it home. I mean, we're on Netflix, for crying out loud. You gotta capitalize. We have people playing around, trying to figure it out. And I got the formula. I know how to cook it up. On taking time off, he says, so it's been a tough couple of years for me, but at the same time, when you come off such a hell of a run, you've got to kind of just pump the brakes for a second. I've got 5 children at home. We wear those 2 important hats of being a husband and a father. You've gotten plenty, be able to click in, and I've been able to I've been on the road for a long time, so I needed to be able to pull back a little bit, and I'm fully capable. I'm only 40 years old. With all the tech and all the information we have now, I feel like I'm 25 years old, so I'm still good to go. This led to a lot of people comparing these comments, criticizing the creative and the roster, to another top star who had similar comments about creative back in 2002, Stone Cold Steve Austin. And this then led to Ibu of Self-Made, who revealed that May 2026 is the date that people should be looking to, because yes, Back in 2023, Roman Reigns signed a new contract with WWE to re-up for a bit after he set the record 1,000-day reign of the WWE Universal Championship. And May 2026 is when his contract is up. And this also has to do with all the talk that we've been talking about with the WrestleMania plans between Roman and Cody being scrapped. And a lot of people have been speculating that it had to do with Cody not wanting to lose to Roman, because that was Roman's plan. Roman is the one that pitched that matchup and wanted to get back the WWE Championship, didn't want to go to Hollywood. He wanted this big matchup and win back the title at WrestleMania. But apparently, from rumors and innuendo, Cody didn't want that. And as we've seen in WWE Unreal, Triple H's guy is Cody. What the relationship we saw with Vince and Triple H, that's what Triple H has with Cody Rhodes. So it seems like he kind of appeased Cody by scrapping that. And now it seems like Roman don't give a damn. He don't give a damn with these comments. He really don't. So Alex, what do you think about all this news? The potential of Roman Reigns going home after May of 2026 when his contract expires, and his comments on the Pat McAfee show?
Well, I do think part of it is, as you alluded to, he is in character somewhat, right? Like, you know, the way he speaks in that sort of commanding confidence is definitely tribal chief-esque. But there's obviously half truths mingled in with what he's saying. It speaks like a man that doesn't fear for his job at all. But then, you know, I think he's going to win the Rumble, and I think he probably ends up facing Punk. That's probably their best pivot that they can do. And then maybe you send Bron Breakker on his way to to Seth Rollins instead when he's coming back. Because I really think until these plans changed, it was, you know, well, from what I've heard, Bron was probably on to win the Rumble, and maybe Bianca for Jade. And then now, obviously, Drew's a champion. Things have all changed and flip-flopped, and we're not getting Roman and Cody. And I do think he's ending up towards Punk. So I don't know. It's I think it's really bold, even in character, to actually label creative. Like, I'm not sure that's something you should ever do. And at the end of the day, the buck stops with Triple H on creative. So
yeah. And he very specifically said, we got great leadership. Nick Khan. He mentioned Nick Khan by name. That's why he told the line of being in character and telling some truth, that it really feels like right now there is a political struggle between Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns in a similar fashion to Cody and Triple H working against The Rock, because The Rock wanted him and Roman at WrestleMania 40, and then Triple H and Cody wanted Cody and Roman to finish his story. They won out that one, and now their enemy seems to not be The Rock. It seems to be Roman.
But then, you know, Roman's probably on the right side of the table with The Rock. So it's a strange... It's a strange place to be, but I mean, Roman's also not wrong. There's not like what's the hot story in WWE right now, or for the past 6 months?
Right.
They were leaning heavily on Cena's retirement tour. That was like everything. And then when that stops, it's like, oh shit, what now? And obviously they're doing this Gunther career killer gimmick. And I agree with Sat. I think that's it for AJ Styles tonight. I think.
You think so? It's over?
I do, yeah. Yeah, I agree with that, the 10-year thing. And I also think the way they've shoehorned a couple of matches in just before, I know that could be like them trying to play us to think that, but I do think they really are. It's the worst kept secret in the world. He's been desperate to retire for like 2 years. So I'm not sure that I even see him
retire or like retire from there.
Well, this is it. They're saying he just wants to stop wrestling and he wants to, you know, go to his kids' football games and stuff. But then I heard all this from Daniel Bryan before, and look how that worked out. So, you know, it's impossible to say. But you know, I don't see him having another full year in WWE. I just don't. So that's another thing. But yeah, I think Roman pretty brazen to say it how he has, and on Pat McAfee's show, no less. I mean, even Pat looked a bit like, oh, okay. So, you know, he didn't want to endorse or echo it too much, did he? But you know, also Roman is probably best placed to say it if he wants to say something. So he's probably having a little battle behind the scenes that we don't know about. And yeah, it's all manifesting now.
Yeah, I know you gotta run, Alex. You gotta go cover the boxing match. So give us your final predictions for the Royal Rumble.
My final predictions are Charlotte and Alexa are going to be 1 and 2. That's one of them. I think Jericho's in it, and I think he's going to be number 24. And I think Roman's the men's winner and Liv wins the women's.
All right, so those are good predictions.
Let's see how that works out.
let's see if you're correct. We will make sure we post you up as a short. Either way,
yes.
Either way.
I hope I'm wrong in some of them, but yeah.
Fucking Roman.
Let's give you the spotlight, Alex. Let everybody know where they can follow you on social media, where they can see wrestling intel and cover all the great stuff that you got going on. The floor is yours.
Yeah, wrestlingintel.com is obviously my website with some breaking news and exclusives you'll find there, and keeping up to date on all the latest wrestling news. God, what are my handles? Alex McCarthy 88 on Twitter. You can find me there, and Alex McCarthy IG on Instagram. There are a bunch of recent sort of shows and news that I've done that you'll find on both of those. So feel free to check me out. And otherwise, you'll find me at the Sun these days, which is why I'm covering boxing tonight and sneakily watching the Rumble under the desk. That's about it.
Yes, like we did last time, Alex. We hope to see you next month. We want this to be a monthly thing, so we hope to see you in February.
We will do that, no doubt. I love all three of you. Have a great day, and I'll chat to you after the Rumble.
Later. Bye.
Love you guys.
Soon, brother.
Love you.
See ya. All right, Sat, the floor is yours. I saw you making faces about this. What did you think about what Roman had to say? And do you think this was an official burial of WWE creative, Triple H, and the roster overall?
It's more of a wake-up call. This is the way I see it. So I'm going to be honest. No jokes. This is the truth, okay? Right message, wrong messenger. When the guy who doesn't change his pants in how many years, you know, doesn't change his clothes, you know, my guy doesn't really try anymore. So he's the wrong person. It's kind of like that person that doesn't bathe and he tells, oh, y'all stink. He's like, you you know the ones, right?
Bro.
Get over.
That's crazy.
Get over. You could talk. You know that was you could talk getting over.
It took you a while. It took you a while, sir.
Bro, you know what I'm saying? He's all of a sudden he's acting like he's prime time Terry Funk nowadays. You know what I'm saying? But you know, fair enough. You know, because there's that thing of like, pandemic happened. He became the tribal chief. Right place, right time. I equate the success of current WWE to Cody jumping ship from AEW. Is that whole wow factor of that is what led to it? Because when he was fighting Brock Lesnar, I don't think that was moving the needle. So let's not even chat shit.
Well, it was like the turnaround in business. It starts with them going back to full crowds after the pandemic, and Roman was the centerpiece. Cody coming over. Yeah, you can call that like a big shift where it went to another level, but the turnaround in the business, it started like 6 months before Cody comes.
There you go. That's why you're one of the best in the business. But this is what I want to say about it though. If Yeet Man getting a main event run is because of Roman, then he can shut the fuck up. Yeet Man and Roman had this little shitty mini storyline about be more like me. What was it going to lead to? Them wrestling each other at WrestleMania or wherever it is, you know what I'm saying? Anything that's been Roman-related storylines was the worst part of the whole company. He set back the company nearly a year. Cody doing side quests for no reason. So that's what I said. Right message, wrong message. There's a lot of things that needs to change. I understand he's salty. He put over Bronson Reed, and what the fuck is Bronson Reed doing? So I get that. You beat the tribal chief.
True. You're right. I forgot about that. Oh my God,
that's what salty. She said, get over. My guy beat him. He's like, is he over? No, he's holding Logan Paul's weed. What the fuck?
Yeah, like out of the whole group, I think he's the most buried one in the whole group.
Right?
He's a background player right now.
He's a background. Like, he used to be like one of the front guys. Like, I don't think they needed Logan Paul.
No.
They didn't need him. It could have just been those two guys and let them build up. Let Paul Heyman build up these two young guys. No, you want to add freaking Theory, like that loser, And then
Austin
you're gonna
Theory,
add the
yeah?
cricket.
Doesn't Austin Theory come across like someone's little brother who's just tagging along? It's like, oh,
Yes.
you have to look after your brother. And he shaved his head. He's going a bit emo. But he's a bit sensitive. Just be okay
Make
with
sure
his
you take your
feelings.
brother with you outside. He can't stay by himself.
In having him in the ring with Randy Orton yesterday, he looked like Orton, like pre the last regiment of steroids that he took.
You know what? Okay.
He looks significantly smaller than Orton, but he looked just like Orton.
No, but Orton has shrunk a bit, so I like the current regiment he's on. His head was ballooning. He looks like he's gonna pop every time he's like cutting a promo. He looked bright orange and red. He was like, I can't wait to be his eyes started to squint. I was like, motherfucker, you got eyelids anymore? What the fuck's going on there? But just to wrap it up, because I can go on a spiel. I love Roman. Don't get it twisted. But at the same time, me and Sid talk about this all the time. I may love a wrestler, but I'll still cuss them out. I'm cussing him out because what's he gonna do when he comes back? More bloodline law, yawn, winning the title, then what? Take a break. He's allowed to take a break. Leukemia, 5 kids, I get it. He's allowed to break, but you shouldn't touch the title if you're not that committed anymore. You're an attraction. Be an attraction. Don't be in any titles. Come in off your own hype. Roman returns for the 10,000th time. Sure, whatever. It doesn't affect me because he's not the champion. The moment he wins the title, everyone gets set back. All of a sudden, the Intercontinental title is the top title on Raw.
No, I didn't say that when it was Brock Lesnar and his trash ass runs. They would just bring him back and then they put the title on him. He would come when he wants to. He works the same. He only just following suit of what they allowed. They allowed this man not to work. Why should he?
Listen, if it's up to me, Obafemi with a ghost of Christmas black past, and he takes out Brock Lesnar and just squashes him. If there's ever a guy to squash Brock Lesnar, because I was gonna ask him, who's Brock Lesnar ever made as a wrestler? Nobody. So I'm tired of his Aryan-looking ass.
I mean, the one person he can probably take credit for is unfortunately Roman. Yeah, that feud is what established Roman as a main eventer.
Yeah.
Whether we liked half of the matches or didn't like half of the matches, that feud is the shift of Roman going from the next guy to the guy.
For 2 years, they threw that shit in our faces. Brock and Roman. Brock, Roman. Every time Roman would just lose or come up short. Into that
more than 2 years. It was 6 years.
It was 6 years. Okay, see, I was just being okay. Thanks. I thought I was being generous with the 2. Okay, so 6 years. So for 6 years, this is when they threw Roman down everyone's throats, and there was no problem. They wanted and Roman was getting booed out of no one wanted Roman to get anything. They couldn't stand him. They love Seth Rollins, but they couldn't stand him.
I would argue. I'm sorry. I just wanted to say, I would argue though with what Sat said, right message, wrong messenger. I would say he's the only messenger because he's the only one who has enough political power that he's not worried. He's not worried to say this. Everybody else is walking on eggshells. Everybody's favorite, Seth Rollins, is waving the flag. Oh, WWE's so great. We fooled everybody with my injury that everybody knew was fake from the minute go. Come on. And CM Punk is just puckering up the Triple H kiss my ass society with CM Punk, and Cody Rhodes is the new Triple H. He's the number 2 to Triple H playing Vince McMahon. All the top guys are just kissing ass. Roman's the only one who will say it. So unfortunately, you might think he's the wrong messenger. He's actually the only messenger as well.
Will say something. Everyone else will either say something now that they either have one left, or they'll say it behind everyone's back. But they'll give all their messages to Roman so that he can speak for all of them. He's the messenger.
I want to say, first of all, shout out to my guy, Adam Pearson. Is giving me some bollocking.
I was going to highlight that.
He's giving me some bollocking in the group chat. I'm not on the fence, Adam. I'm saying how it is. Number one, I feel like Sheamus made Roman a main event player. Brock did.
Oh, you're walling. You're walling.
Sheamus
wasn't a guy. Sheamus was never really a top guy. He was a guy they kept trying to make a top guy, but he was never a top guy for him to make someone else.
Was he 4-time champ?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's good. 4 times is good. That's more than Shawn Michaels.
That sounds like someone that wanted to push and they wanted to be their top guy.
That version of Sheamus was John Cena as an Irish guy. You know what I'm saying? They had that little formula where they tried it with the jokes, my uncle, well, he said in my uncle jokes or my auntie jokes from Ireland, wherever it was, it just became very corny. What I wanted to say is, yeah, I love Roman, but it's kind of like, unless he wants to evolve, it seems like he's set where he is. And yeah, he's a right, you know, he's got enough political stroke, a cousin in the board, he can say whatever he wants to. I agree. I'm all about ruffling feathers, because WWE, if they're trying to play safe, I'm glad they're getting a little bit of like whiplash, or like you ain't hot shit, you aren't important in your attitude era, that important, you're mid card. Triple H needs to hear that, because we need to light a fuel, because when you kiss his ass, he starts relaxing and becomes complacent. you need to whip him. He's a woman with a belt. Like, do well. Like Braun Breaker should win the Rumble. Please, Jesus, I can't do this.
I know people are saying like Braun Breaker. People saying Obafemi needs to be Jacob Fatu. That's what I say. Needs to be Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu is the new star.
I'll be honest. I was on the fence about it. I was like, really? Jacob kind of shut the bed, like they shut the bed with the face turn. Yeah, I mean, it became the Flanderization, the Jey Uso-ness of his character was happening. But when he came back, that Sunday Night Main Event, that performance, that promo he had with Cody,
I was gonna say he came out sad. Like, you gotta understand. Me and Krssi are from New York. He straight gangbanged last week. He gangbanged. He dressed like a Cali blood. He had the bandana, the bandana to the side. I was like,
he did.
Yo,
he really did.
Give him the title.
He gave you like he gave you like
right
cash
now.
money, like 2000, like 2 or 3, like era of like you wearing like they don't. Nobody wears their bandana. First of all, who's wearing bandanas? That's number one. 2,
I still wear
who's wearing?
You do.
Do you really? Okay.
He does. Yes.
Headband. anything that covers the forehead, I'm always in there. I was like, yeah, cover the forehead up, man. I like that. Cover it.
But no, he's dressed like he's like straight out of like Nelly and in the 2000s. Like, yo, he looked like he's about to have. All he needed was a big white tee on.
Yeah. Keanu Carver. Listen, Keanu Carver. I want Keanu Carver.
Yo, I said in the Wii chat. I'll say it here. Keanu Carver is the most into straight out of jail black guy that's ever been on WWE television.
I love it. Since Ahmed Johnson. Because I haven't seen that authentic black guy.
He's been in an institution of some type. He's been in an institution.
Developmental.
He's been institutionalized. Yes.
Developmental. My guy was in the breakout tournament with Oba. People remind him that. Like, you've been here for a while. You've been around for a while. He's like, shut up. I ain't talking about that.
We got in the chat Valav, who's been a member of the channel for 31 months. Thank you so much, Valav, for all the support that you give us here. He says the debumming of Finn Balor is a bigger bum show than I thought. He's still over as OG Balor Club Balor. Let him be over. I definitely agree with that, and hopefully that's the direction that they are going in there. We also got a super chat donation from our main man, our Tru Heel member of the year, Chuck Berries. Thank you so much for the support. He says, all rise for Queen Harlem. Here's to the Harlem tax. You know, Chuck Berries, he knows. He's the leader of giving us the Harlem tax, and we always appreciate that support. He also gives us another super chat donation talking about the subject at hand. Thank you so much for that. He says, Roman Reigns over here playing the role of AJ Brown, but I bet he won't drop the damn ball. LOL. I'm just happy that someone in the company has said it. Like, I felt so pleased. I was like, that's why I put the Denzel meme of like it just felt good. It felt good for someone in that company to call out the creative. And he's right. Like, they haven't built any stars. And the Cody run, like, it was great, the finishing the story, but it's just been a slow decline since then. Like, the follow-up title reign, it was good, but it wasn't great. It wasn't on the level of Roman's run for sure. And then the second run was just awful. It was just stale as fuck. It was like, why are we reheating these nachos from 2024 in 2025? Like, honestly, Drew should have won the title at WrestlePalooza. They should have listened to Cody and Drew, who pitched that.
And that was a bigger that crowd wanted that win. You saw how disappointed they were. But again, they're all about the pops and the draws. That was a pop. That was a big draw. That would have said something, but you know, they got their own.
That was their first event on ESPN, and they just gave us nothing.
Yep.
Exactly. Playing it safe. Big nose. Big nose strikes again.
We got another super chat donation from Vala. Thank you so much, Vala, for the support. He says, industry plant Joe saying the right things, but he's not the right person to be saying them. But hey, who he knows he's getting paid huge either way. Yeah, what do you guys think about the other aspect of this? I'll start with Krssi Luv of Evil's report that Roman's contract is expiring in May of 2026. I joked on social media. We can only imagine a timeline where Roman actually becomes a free agent and actually considers going somewhere else.
Right.
That's not happening. That's not happening. When his deal is done, if he doesn't re-sign, he's taking the Becky Lynch break. The Becky Lynch break that she took in the spring of 2024. He'll be off for a year, and then he'll probably be back for WrestleMania season next year when he signs an even bigger deal. Probably the biggest deal in all of wrestling. But what do you think about the aspect of Roman basically being like, he's in control at this point with the comments that he made, and then his deal expiring? What do you think?
The deal expiring, I'm not even fazed about it at one bit. Like, all the people are on his side. Khan, The Rock, like, they're not good. Like, they're gonna all rule in his favor. Homeboy on the other side ain't gonna get no type of say at all. Like, he could comment, but they're really, at the end of the day, the end decision is not gonna be his. So him expiring in a couple of months, not fazed about it at all, because they're gonna give him every dime that he deserves.
Yeah, I definitely think that he's gonna re-sign with WWE eventually. But I just love the fact that he could basically he could say whatever the fuck he wants after May of 2026. He could get even more. He was very subtle with what he was saying on the Pat McAfee show. He could say whatever he want in May. So what do you think about that aspect of this story, Sat?
I think it's fascinating. Whatever that shakes up the cage a little bit, because I got tired of WWE saying we've got the biggest gate. You guys paid for expensive tickets. Clap for yourselves. You know, all that kind of stuff. So I want to see the decline of the creative be shown on television. I want Roman Reigns walking away, them crying because they're like, you know what? If Tony Khan gets him, that is embarrassing for us because he's our franchise player. No matter how much we push WWE as the brand, as the entity, Roman has been arguably the guy in WWE during the 2020s. And this would be a blight in their face. I can see Nick Khan rolling up his sleeves. I have to get the job done. Another vote of no confidence on Triple H, even though that's not his job. His job is creative. By the same time,
that's not even his job, right? Yeah, that's not his whole department.
But if Roman's saying the creative sucks, I'm leaving his company. Well, you know what I'm saying? Why would you leave? If you're making that money, think about it. He's getting paid good money. Why would he leave? Well, it doesn't really entice me. Who will be feuding? Who's the main eventer right now? If you're on SmackDown, Damian Priest and Damian Priest. Wait, seriously, if I stay around, who am I feuding? Tell me, who am I elevating at WrestleMania? Or you need to put over younger guys. Well, who am I putting over? There's this guy called Oba Femi. It's like, I like Oba, but still, like, he just started.
It is telling they never did the Roman versus Braun Breaker match. They just never. They've been pushing that since Raw after WrestleMania last year, and they still haven't done it.
That's another reason as well. I'm happy that Roman did. He ruffled some feathers because I need repercussions over the gluttony of WWE. I want to see what happens when you fly too close to the sun. I need something to change. That's what I'm hoping
think
for.
That there's an issue though. I think that's what it is. I think
that's also a problem.
That's the problem. They don't see an issue. They think that this is all like they're doing great. Until they heard those awards that they so-called didn't care about.
Listen, isn't that DNA to be tone deaf? So it makes sense.
It is. You're absolutely right. Again, they didn't start doing anything until the ratings got really, really red, and it was like, oh, let's turn this up a notch. You guys were losing for a long time, and it feels like you're reverting back to that same era. You're reverting back to the era where you guys were losers. No one cared about your product.
You know what makes it worse? What
But,
makes
you
it
know-
worse? What makes it worse is they can't go, oh, Vince is old and senile. That was the excuse we had for
Right.
why.
You cannot.
So we rested on that. You know what? It's like it's crap for a
Yeah.
reason. But it's like you guys got all these, you got all this history of what went wrong. You're meant to learn from your past, see what worked, what fans were into, lean more into that. Again, it's the hubris. I can't deal with the hubris with the size of that guy's nose. So that's why I want it to be punctured a little bit. I want it to be brought down a little bit on his knees. That's why I like the fact that he's not on the board of directors. If he was on the board of directors, it would have been even worse. So I like these on a leash. Yeah, listen, you married someone's, the boss's daughter. The boss is no longer there, so the daughter's now irrelevant. She's now just a commoner. Now you have to work hard for it.
The commoner.
Yeah, she's just a common woman. She's in podcasting now.
Yeah.
She's now like big job. She's now hosting. Like, bless her. She needs a job. She's falling in the hard times. She's falling in the hard times. She's like, hey guys, I'm a regular old woman. Like I'm like one of y'all. Okay, cool.
I had to resign twice from this company.
Right.
And now you got me back for a third time.
Exactly. She's not a regular Joe, I'm a Hall of Famer. Shock. Oh my gosh, what have I done, to deserve this? Nepotism, because you were the worst head of creative, or sorry, she wasn't the head of creative. Someone cried over that. But for me, it's like she was in charge of creative. She's the reason why everything went tits up. So, I love Stephanie. I love Stephanie. I think she's hilarious as a person.
I love her. I love her as a character. I just didn't love her creatively. Yeah.
No, yeah. I don't like her at work. I think as a social person, she's cool. I don't get why she's with a guy that looks like that, but still, hey, I think you're cool. But you suck at creative. There's a reason why Paul Heyman left. ECW sucked. She tanked everything. She tanked storylines in 2001, 2000. Do your history. But again, I like Stephanie and I like Shane. I used to like Vince until I found out he's a piece of crap. But yes, yeah. Triple H is the talented Mr. Ripley. If you've seen that film, that is Triple H, the talented Mr. Ripley.
We got another super chat donation here. Thank you so much. Our Negro Buck Nick Jackson is here. He says, not wrestling related, but please wish me luck, THH fam. Best friend getting married next week. Congratulations for that. And your boy will be the best man also for the Harlem tax.
Oh, nice.
Much love to you. I've been there. I've been a best man. Just have a speech prepared. I got told I was the best man for a wedding party like an hour before I had to do a speech. Shout outs to the Stat King, John Martin, for doing that to me.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
He waited till the hour before the wedding, say you're my best man?
Yep.
Good luck.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. He's like, good luck. You gotta do a speech after his brother, who's a comedian, and his Mrs. sister, who had all this emotional great story. And I'm just here. I'm like, yeah, I've known this guy since college. I had to go in some jokes and go emotional at the same time. I had to do a little bit of both. But you'll have time. You have time, Negro Bug, to prepare for this. But yes, thank you for the super chat donations. Keep coming with those super chat donations. Keep coming with those comments in the live chat. Shout outs to everybody in the live chat with us today. We got some great people here. We got Call Me Mr. Bonda, who says, are you enjoying the show? All part of the show. We have
the worst mistake they did was that Unreal BS, though, I swear. I think that's one of the worst decisions that they did.
And I was going to mention that earlier. I think that Unreal is I made the argument before that Unreal, it feels like it was purposely put out there as far as the creative to make everybody else look bad and just be so Triple H and Triple H's fan base can make the narrative. Oh, it's not his fault. It's everybody else. Look at the people that he's working with. He can't control that he's getting bad ideas, but he is the guy who has the final say. What are we talking about here? He hired him. He made sure all these people were in the room with him.
You're having the phone calls and you're staying up and working on these things because what days you don't work? You're not working Mondays. Okay, fine. What days are we working? So we're working Tuesday through Thursday. Honestly, and then if you throw on 1 or 2 house shows at best, but it's okay, who's in the room? Who's doing this stuff? You and 10, 15 other people.
I was gonna say, that there's a saying that you are what you hang out with. If you're hanging out with a bunch of losers, you're a loser. Listen,
he's a loser.
Yeah. Michael Hayes, stick him to I don't know, producing. He seems to be good at that. Sure, keep him there. All right. Bruce Pritchard. I swear to goodness, he's only there because he reminds him of Vince. Is that Vince aura? Yeah, I think he's like a puppet. You know, them ones like
he's one of the reasons why they're suffering. He needs to go.
Right?
I think you need to let go a lot of that whole team.
Yes.
Bruce needs to go. Bruce does not have any creative new ideas. He just has old stuff.
Bruce has not come out with a good idea since Kane and Undertaker feuded.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Originally,
yes. Originally, supposedly.
Yeah, the first time they feuded. I'm talking about the main feud. So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he hasn't had any good ideas. Then you go and you have Road Dogg. My God, like fire him yesterday. Then you he could Bobby Roode is still fairly new, but I feel like he can probably he can't really talk or say much. He just has to be like, yes, boss.
Fuck him. Fuck Bobby Roode. That main event, that Cody John Cena main event was Bobby Roode. So I got beef with him. I love me Bobby Roode, but he's on my shit list for that shit main event. So fuck him. He sits there quiet as a mouse. I'm like, you're a producer. Get the fuck out of the room. What are you sitting there
and that's what I'm saying. Like he's
TJ. TJ's not there.
He just does, yes, I come to work. I gotta do what I gotta do, and I'm going home. Yes, boss. That's what he does.
He can only do.
Right.
Go tell Punk to lay there in the ring and yeah, you can lay there in the ring. Just milk it for a bit.
Bring it in.
Right. Again, I like Bobby Roode, but I'm not really blown away compared to my guy Abyss, who's lovely, sweet man. Everyone keeps going overtime on this time. He's like Gil from Simpsons. Oh, Gil, you like old Gil? Yeah.
He's like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. It's not your fault. It's not your fault, Chris. Let's move on. Let's move on to one of the other big stories of the week, which is AJ Styles. The WWE Royal Rumble 2026 is set to feature a major matchup as AJ Styles will put his career on the line against the Ring General Gunther. With John Cena having just retired, fans are not ready for another veteran to hang up his boots and walk into that sunset. And recent events such as AJ Styles battling longtime rival Shinsuke Nakamura at Saturday night's main event, and then challenging CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship in an impromptu matchup on this week's Raw have heightened those fears. Amid WrestleVotes radio on Fightful Select is reporting that sources backstage are split on AJ Styles' future in WWE. AJ announced at last year's Crown Jewel event, premium live event, that he would hang up his boots sometime in 2026. However, he did not reveal the exact date or his potential plans to have a retirement tour. With WWE heavily pushing Gunther as the career killer, fans aren't optimistic about the Phenomenal One's chances tonight, especially after Shinsuke Nakamura revealed in a now deleted post on social media that AJ told him last year on the European tour that he planned to retire at the Royal Rumble. AJ famously made his WWE debut at the same event in 2016, a decade on. Will he be finishing his career at the premium live event? We also got to mention the recent comments by AJ Styles saying that Gunther is trying to end his WWE career, and how he says that he still had a couple of people, wrestlers or guys in locker rooms all over the world that he still wanted to face. There was also a new report by the Wrestling Observer indicates that Styles has filed to renew 2 trademarks, including the Phenomenal One AJ Styles and his P1 logo. Styles has been called the Phenomenal since 2001. The attempt to secure these trademarks has led to speculation that Styles is looking to work elsewhere if his WWE career ends on Saturday. AEW is an option for Styles, as well as TNA, and he was reportedly close to signing with AEW years ago when the company first started in 2019. We talked in depth on Rated Raw Review as well as AE Ramble this week, so we'll ask you, Sat, what do you think is going to be the result for tonight's matchup with AJ Styles and Gunther? And do you see AJ Styles, if he does lose tonight, wrestling elsewhere before the end of 2026?
Before I answer that question, I want to say apparently they're bringing back pre-show matches tonight. So it's going to be New Day and Grayson Waller versus Motor City Machine Gun and Nakamura versus Wyatt Six, auction. No, that's the one match. The second match is White Six versus MFTs, but it's gonna be a New Day and Waller.
What?
versus
They're doing pre-show matches now?
Yeah, because there's no space at the Rumble because Pierce is trying to cover the tracks. So that way that Finn Balor doesn't get upset. It's like, listen, there's no space that we're bringing back pre-shows. Wrestle feature, well, you can't see my thing. Wrestle features mentioned it. So it was mentioned like 57 minutes ago. So while we've been on there, the two pre-show matches are happening. So that is White Six versus MFTs, New Day and Waller versus Motor City Machine Guns and Nakamura. So there you go, guys. To answer your question, I think Styles is losing because if we think logically, if Styles was staying past Rumble, then they would have like saved AJ Styles versus Gunther for WrestleMania. And the fact they got Gunther in there twice and Styles is not there twice, you know what I'm saying? So if it was like Styles wins this match and they're both in the Rumble, but Gunther's salty and eliminates Styles, take away the title shot, like you can't go WrestleMania or wherever to be champion, then that continues the feud to Mania to set up for it for the final time. But the fact that we're getting no indication of that, the Shinsuke randomly dyeing his hair dark again and getting out his old clothes, that all screaming like it's time to. And we also have to remember, Styles was watching Cena's retirement tour like this the whole time, thinking, "Fucking heck, if they can do that to this guy,
what do you think they're gonna do to me?"
Right? You won't even give me the world title ever again. I'm now Mr. Midcard since you've taken over, Mr. Nose. I'm gonna leave at the Rumble. It makes sense, I started at the Rumble 10 years ago. Leave the company after Rumble 10 years later. What a great way to end it. And to answer the other question, if it wasn't for Bryan Danielson, I'm gonna say it to this day, if it wasn't for Bryan Danielson just rocking up to AEW, I would have been silly and be like, yeah, you know what? He wants to be a scout. He wants to work in the PC, yada, yada, yada. Nah, listen, Tony Khan, ask Tommaso Ciampa, I want to work in the Indies. The moment that contract is done, the moment that he's a free agent, my guy would be like, we'll build your statue, a monument, demigod. If you heard Ruckus, he could do a demigod symphony orchestra for you to come out. We'll get your boys Anderson and Gallows a 2-month deal. Come, please. Ospreay will put you over because Ospreay's crazy like that. He'll put him over for the title just to get him there. So, yes, I do think there is a 50% chance because again, I don't know. He's a Christian man. He puts hand on the Bible. I don't know, but his wife could be like, "Get out of the house. I'm tired of you. It's been 6 months. Go get some more money. Get that retirement fund. That money's not enough. What is that man? Was that Mr. TK? What is he offering you? My God, go there. Go hang on.
I see that number. What the hell? He's offering you that?
Listen, there's a lifestyle to upkeep. The kids are expensive. They got clubs. And want to go to a basketball game. That just costs money.
AJ's son came over WrestleMania with his dyed hair. He goes, our son needs to dye his hair back. Go get that hair dye money for us, please. So yeah, I do think 50% chance because it's AJ Styles. I feel like once he gets that Sting treatment, because Sting was like that. I retire. I broke my neck. I'm in the Hall of Fame. But when Tony Khan sits you down and start telling you, you're the best. Everyone grew up on you. We love you. Come to us. My gosh, not even Dixie talked to me like that.
I love the accent.
He's not lying though, because you saw what they did for Sting. Had like one of the like that. Sting said, "Okay, I'm gonna bow out." Okay, match by match, like those matches. Every match he had, he didn't have to do much, but when he did something, it had an effect. You didn't forget it.
And he'd be like, Adam Copeland, come. Yeah, it's great over here. I face Sheamus. I could have retired, but this is good. You get TNT title. You can hang out. You know what I'm saying?
Look at Christian.
Get to hang out with your boys. And I do have it on good authority that the Young Bucks are very adamant and want to talk to AJ when his deal is done. And his deal is officially done in February.
Listen, the music, the money that he can make, he doesn't have to be there every day. You don't have to come to work every day, but you can pay me and I can come in, give me the treatment that you gave Sting. I can be on the broadcast of you just like Brian. I can teach the people in the back, like come to North Carolina, because I'm sure that's where he still live at. But
no, he lives in Atlanta. He's in Atlanta, Georgia.
He's in Georgia? Okay, yeah, sorry. Yeah. Wrong state. But it's just like I remember it was one of the country states. But anyway, it's one of the things where he's like, he can do it and he can make it look so good, and we like, what, and he's probably gonna beat himself like, why didn't I just do this a long time ago?
Right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not willing to put like 50% like Sat on it, but I'm willing to put like 10%. 10% that because when we started talking about it,
where's my guy?
No, because when we started talking about it, I was like, nah, it sounds too good to be true. It's like when I started talking about, oh, he could be facing Omega and Osprey, he could be facing Bandito and Takeshita and Fletcher and Okada, and he could end his career against Samoa Joe, or even ask Christopher Daniels, can you do one more match and we could get Daniels, Joe, and AJ having a full-on retirement match, all of them retire at the same time, or he could come in for like 3 matches, the Omega match, the Osprey match, and then retire with Joe. All of that sounds great. It just doesn't sound believable to me. I don't believe it quite yet.
Tony Khan.
It's because of like the WWE effect. That's you've been so tainted
Mind
and like
control.
It's been so like they fucked with our head so many times, and it's all about them, and they don't really care about the person. Like they're just like, okay, well, we'll hold on to him to maybe like Mania, and then we'll let him go.
Yeah. Or he's going to sign an ambassador deal after this weekend. And we're going to hear the news. Oh, he signed an ambassador deal. He's going to be an ambassador for the company. And it's like,
no, don't do it.
That's not what I wanted, but okay, whatever. Sounds good, I guess. But,
listen, like we've got enough ambassadors. We've got Titus O'Neil, right? Just chill. We don't need any more. What the fuck? We don't need any more.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I would love this to be true. I'm just not gonna get my hope. I will go up because Sat is at 50%. I'm willing to go up to 20%. I'll put it at 20%.
20% that he's retiring?
No, 20% that he retires from WWE and goes elsewhere.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm about to say maybe 30. I would be like 30, 35-ish. It won't happen right away. It's gonna be some type of clause. They'll be like, no, you can't work right now. We need you to stay till like at least October.
No. Once his deal is done, it's over.
Oh, there's not like no clause where you like.
No. It's not a release. It's a contract expiration. It's like Ciampa. That's why Ciampa was officially off the roster on Monday and then started talking to AEW.
That's true.
No. We got here in the chat, we got Mr. Towns who says, come have fun in AEW, AJ. They got great benefits, good food, and ROH tape library that you can use for build up towards a match. So, hey, I would love this. I would love all of this, but yeah, let us know what percentage you're putting on AJ Styles leaving WWE and going to either an AEW. I think the TNA would just strictly be for him to finish off his career and have a matchup with Frankie Kazarian. If you think he's signing with TNA for more than one match, I got a bridge to sell you in Brooklyn.
I was gonna say as well, it's also the Vince effect as well. Vince is not there. I feel like if Vince was there, then Vince would have like manipulated the situation of him to be an ambassador. But I don't feel like, because we don't know the AJ Styles' relationship with Triple H. Yeah, you could argue maybe it was Triple H who helped broker. The way you hear 10 years ago, Triple H brokered all the guys come in, Joe, whatever. But I don't know if Triple H has that source for AJ to be like, yeah, I'll stay. I think if it was Vince would have like, Jedi mind tricked him into staying. You're part of the company, you're part of the fabric, and you've done such a great job. We want you with the boy, we want you for the boys. And he's not there. So it's kind of like it's a company, it's TKO, it's probably changed for whatever, we don't know. He must be with his boys, hang out with Gallows and Anderson. Hey, you know what? Yeah, I do Noah again. He gonna do Noah. He can do whatever he wants. He can do the tour. That AJ Styles tour he's talking about, he's probably not lying.
Phenomenal farewell tour. Yeah,
won't be in WWE. He said, I did WWE, now I'm gonna do TNA because my boy Frankie's there. Now my other boys I do know of there, and then I'll be like, Mr. Khan, I'll come in and do Wembley.
I said made the joke on Rated Raw Review. You seen the Avengers Endgame movie? So you know how all the Avengers go to Tony Stark and he's living out somewhere with his family and stuff. That's gonna be the AEW roster. It's gonna be the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay, Samoa Joe, Christopher Daniels with Tony Khan's checkbook. They're all gonna show up and be like, "We need you. We need you for this time. We just need you for a few months, for a few matches. For a few matches. We just need to bring you in."
That's what I think. I think it'll be a few matches. I think it'll be 3 matches initially, but you never know. Kind of like Sting. 3 matches I'm out. He may love the environment, the vibe, the rejuvenation of being somewhere else, because he's been stuck in that bubble of like he was putting over Theory for the longest time. Him and Bobby Lashley will stop babysitting Theory for how many years? So it must be that thing of like, I'm not really doing much. I turn heel, you know, I put over LA Knight, which is not a bad thing. His match for LA Knights for me is like the second best match after the Shane match. And, you know, like he's done all these things where he's putting people over. He has great response in France, has a great match with Cody and all that kind of stuff. But in his mind, it's like, I'm not doing much. They're not putting the belt on me. They're not really pushing me. Yeah, I have a tag title run with Dragon Lee. You know, it wasn't meant to be us. Who knows? So I think in that aspect of where he's right now, he's tired. There's nothing left to do. You ain't going to give me the belt. You're not going to challenge me anymore. I'm tired. I might as well leave. If he goes somewhere else and he's rejuvenated, then pops are addictive. There's a reason why wrestlers still wrestle at the age of 60. He'd be like, you know what? He told his wife, it's so good. It reminds me when I first started wrestling. Fine, a year and you're done.
No, he's gonna be like, remember, Wendy, I said before, I don't want to wrestle until I'm 50. I'm 48 right now. 48. I got a year and a half before I'm 50. So, speaking of guys who wrestled into their 50s, though, Chris Jericho. We got our latest Jera news heading into the Royal Rumble. Jericho's WWE status has been a talking point in the wrestling community for several months, and as the Royal Rumble is today, the anticipation for his potential return to the company has heightened. In the latest edition of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Dave Meltzer notes that there is a possibility of Y2J featuring in the 30-man Royal Rumble match. He says that this is in line with what was planned a month ago. However, as of this writing, Chris Jericho continues to be featured on All Elite Wrestling's roster page. Recently, a rumor of WWE trademarking Fozzie's track Judas started doing the rounds, but that was quickly debunked. Fightful Select recently reported that the rundown of the statuses of several wrestlers for Royal Rumble 2026, and Jericho wasn't among those likely to appear. Jericho has been seen on AEW television since hasn't been seen on AEW television since April of 2025. His hiatus was initially believed to be because of his commitments with his band Fozzy. However, it quickly emerged that the inaugural AEW World Champion was on his way out of the company, with media reports claiming that his contract would expire towards the end of December. However, that doesn't seem to be the case, as he continues to be featured on the roster page. So another percentage, 0 to 100, Miss Krssi Luv. What percentage are you putting on seeing Chris Jericho tonight in the Royal Rumble?
75.
I'm going to put it at 90%. Sat?
90% because I feel like Chris Jericho is in the same spot as AJ Styles, but with AEW. But only in the in-ring part. I think he's crazy leaving AEW for the simple fact that he could just retire there and be part of Tony's entourage. Yeah, I think Tony taking back creative reins is probably why he wants to leave, because he got to do whatever he wanted. He was like, Brian Keith's fucked up, Big Bill's fucked up. They both in the worse spot than it was before. So, you know, any ideas, Tony, I think I should be ROH champion. Shut the fuck up. You did not get us a deal twice. We're not going to do it again. Not Ocho, Cocho, Pocho, none of that shocho. Shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Done with that shit. I just feel like he goes back to WWE. He's under the mercy of Triple H, who's not a fan of his. He has to do whatever they say. You're retiring at Mania. And that's it. You know, that pop in that Hall of Fame, is that worth it? Compared to what kind of respect you're getting in AEW, the first champion, you're revered, Judas in my mind. Oh my gosh, I'm like Queen. I performed at Wembley Stadium, whatever. You mooched off the fucking gate. But anyway, you're gonna leave all that just to go to WWE and be humiliated like Punk. You know, that whole humiliation ritual of like kissing ass, saying, man, Triple H did such a great job, man. Before when I was here, it was shit, blah, 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 blah. Good luck to him. They deserve each other. They deserve each other, you know, whatever, egotistical bastard. So good luck to him.
Krssi, yeah, you put it at 85. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we see Chris Jericho at today's Royal Rumble, and of course we'll talk about it on tomorrow's review. But someone that we do know is going to be in the Royal Rumble is Brock Lesnar. He made it official on the Pat McAfee show earlier this week. The Beast Incarnate FaceTimed McAfee and was put on speaker where he joked, "I'm just calling to see what's up," before confirming his involvement in the men's Royal Rumble matchup. "I'm heading to the Royal Rumble, boys. I'm going to win it," he said. Lesnar's involvement in the men's Royal Rumble has been heavily expected. WWE even featured Lesnar on the advertising in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, but not made it official. Lesnar was most recently appeared on WWE television at Survivor Series War Games. He was part of the winning team with the Vision over Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and the Usos. Lesnar joins a group of announced competitors for the men's Royal Rumble that includes Cody Rhodes, Gunther, Jey Uso, Rey Mysterio, Dragon Lee, Penta, Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Braun Breaker, Logan Paul, Bronson Reed, Austin Theory, Javon Evans, and Oba Femi. But one person that we don't know quite yet if they're officially going to return in the Royal Rumble is Bianca Belair. Bianca appears close to returning to WWE. According to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, her long recovery period is nearing its end, putting her firmly back on WWE's radar for a surprise comeback at the Royal Rumble 2026. Dave Meltzer reported that Belair has been out for a long time since she broke her finger on her left hand during the memorable classic triple threat at WrestleMania 41 with Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. He now believes she should be ready to resume in-ring competition in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia today. It should also be noted that Belair currently has the second highest odds of winning the Women's Royal Rumble on many betting sites. Belair has not wrestled since spring and was last seen as a guest referee for Jade Cargill versus Naomi at WWE Evolution in July. She has been mentioned alongside other expected return candidates, including Tiffany Stratton. It seems that she has been in the reports as well this week. WrestleVotes Radio on Fightful Select has an update on when Stratton could be making her in-ring return. According to the update, she is in Saudi Arabia and planned for the Women's Royal Rumble match. It will mark her second appearance in the matchup, and she has the fourth best odds of winning at mybookie.com. Stratton has been out of action since losing her WWE Women's Championship to Jade Cargill on the November 1st Saturday night's main event. Word later surfaced that she was sidelined due to injury. The Women's Royal Rumble match still has 13 slots open, so Stratton could certainly make her return this weekend. WWE Royal Rumble 2026 is, of course, today. It airs live on Netflix internationally and the ESPN app in the US, and it always has a long history of using Rumble for major surprises, returns, and sometimes debuts, which might include Powerhouse Hobbs. Former AEW TNT champion Powerhouse Hobbs ended his 5-year stint with All Elite Wrestling earlier this month following the expiration of his deal. Hobbs opted against signing a new deal and is believed to have signed a contract with WWE, though the company has not yet officially announced the acquisition. In the latest Wrestling Observer newsletter, Dave Meltzer stated that AEW made Hobbs a much higher offer than expected to retain his services. Meltzer added that the number offered was higher than what anyone barring Chris Jericho earned in the first year of AEW. He also drew parallels to the offer that Bryan Danielson received from leaving WWE and joining AEW. He said he got a great AEW offer to stay, but I don't know his WWE offer. The AEW offer was much higher than I would have expected. It would have been a number that I believe would have been higher than anyone but Chris Jericho earned in AEW's first year. He continued to compare the offer made by AEW to Hobbs to what several WWE wrestlers were earning a few years ago. He said it would be in line with what Bryan Danielson got to jump from WWE to AEW and maybe slightly less, but in line. It would be more than guys at the level of Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn were making 4 years ago, less than they are making now, though, and in the range of what a guy like at the level of Seth Rollins were making around the same time, and nearly triple of what many significantly high WWE stars were making in the first year of AEW after the first round of increases had taken place. If WWE did offer him similar money, in theory, it would guarantee a decent push. Fightful Select reports that Hobbs was scheduled to travel to Saudi Arabia ahead of today's Royal Rumble. The report makes it clear that there is no confirmation he will debut in the Rumble. Sources indicated that Hobbs was set to fly to the country. He did not fly over with the rest of the roster and has not popped up in any photos as of yet. It was noted earlier this week that WWE was taking precautions to maintain potential surprises for the Royal Rumble, and that the company believed it would be easier to keep surprises secret due to additional privacy at the airstrip and hotels. The company also had plans to bring some talent in on their own later in the week, which would include surprise names for the show. Powerhouse Hobbs exited AEW earlier this month after his contract expired, and he is expected to be getting the new name of Royce Keys in WWE. Sat, what do you think about the new name for Powerhouse Hobbs, and do you expect him in today's Royal Rumble match?
I don't mind Royce part because obviously his son's name's Royce. It's kind of like the Blake Monroe thing where Blake's named, the Blake part's named after her niece. The Keys part, I felt like it was a bit like it didn't flow off the tongue, but I think I'll get used to Royce Keys. It could be Royce Hobbs. You know, it's like that flows. The name is like it skates into it. It sounds like Royce. Stop.
It sounds
Keys.
made up. It sounds fake. That's the damn problem.
Yeah, Royce. My name's Royce Keys. Okay, cool. I'll get used to it. I mean, look at Ricky Saints. You know, I've grown used to it now, even though it's Ricky Starks. But still, if you're gonna change the name, sure, whatever, man. It should be Hobbs, but I'm not gonna die on that hill because, again, WWE. If you've been watching for a long time, they do this. So get over it. Royce Keys. Learn to love it. Learn to sing the name.
Can't be your other person's name. They made money off that. We need our own name.
The Book of
Keys.
You know what I'm saying? The Book of Keys. What was the other question?
What character is going to be? Like, what are you going to be? Who are you supposed
Royce
to be?
Keys. Hobbs, but just as Royce Keys. The part of Powerhouse Hobbs.
Yeah.
Royce Keys. I'm a big black jacked guy.
He needs to be Powerhouse Royce Keys.
Brickhouse Keys.
The Powerhouse.
The Black Bronson Reed. That's all.
There you go. You know what? They might put him in New Day just to get him over for a bit, and then who knows? I don't know. They might make him a heavy for Dominic. They might put him in Power Judgment Day as a heavy for Dominic. I don't know. It depends how they're going to use him. Because the issue of AEW was he was used as a heavy too much, and he wasn't really flowing by himself because they didn't allow him to flow by himself. Every time he's had singles matches, Hobbs always killed it. So anyway, what was the other question you asked me? Because I forgot.
Do you think he's going to debut in the Royal Rumble?
Why the fuck not, as JL would say? Why would you sign him? Why would you go through all that effort to get him to leave the trios title, to leave that company, to put people over and not debut him? Because the whole point is Royal Rumble. Yeah, it's Saudi Arabia. Who knows if these weirdos even pretend they might? Oh, we don't watch AEW. Who's this? I don't know. Motherfucker is Powerhouse Hobbs. Get to know the name or Royce Keys. So they better debut him there. And I don't want a moment with him and Obo going face to face. Nah, ignore that. Ignore that. Let's keep that away. Now, let's keep that away.
Give me that. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
I'm about to say, first of all, the people over there love big guys. That's number one. Number two, they want to see two big black guys.
They would pop big for that.
Pop for it. They already told they're there for the moment. Did you enjoy the show? They want that. They want those moments. That's all. They don't care about how you did the match. They want to know, did you enjoy those moments? What was key? What stood out to you? That
Sat, did you hear the number that Tony Khan offered Powerhouse Hobbs?
No.
$2 million.
You know what? Yeah. Listen, there's a reason why he said, all right, I may not be gone forever. See you later. It's not a goodbye. You know what I'm saying? He's like saying, let me see. You're not even pushing me right now. You're not even pushing me right now. You never let me take out Joe. You never let me feud with Joe. So let me just go there and see what I can do. If I flop hard, I'll come back. 1.5. I'll take 1.5 for being an idiot. But still, just let me go see. Because it's one of the ones where he's betting on himself. I salute that. You know, he's one of those guys where we always complain because like, what are you doing with Hobbs? And he's also the victim of being in a company as long as he has, and you get new flavors of the month, and you're pushed down. You know, in terms of optics. Because I remember when Lashley started, I said, "Oh, the way they're pushing Lashley, they could have done it with Hobbs." You're acting like this is the first big jack black guy we've ever had. Hobbs is there. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's a nice trade. Lashley, you go here. Hobbs, also Keys, you go there. It's a nice trade-off. So let's do it. Come on, let's talk about it. as Trick Williams would say.
Let's talk about it. One final Royal Rumble note. Rey Mysterio has confirmed that his injury scare on this week's WWE Raw isn't keeping him from heading to Saudi Arabia for the Royal Rumble. As reported on Monday night, Mysterio had to be helped to the back following his match with Austin Theory on Monday's episode of Raw. He was not a major part of the post-match angle. The referee frantically tried to stop the Vision from attacking him. However, it was noted on Tuesday afternoon that the WWE's Hall of Famer's injury was not believed to be serious and that he was still planned for the men's Royal Rumble match. Mysterio has now more or less confirmed the news as he posted a photo on his Instagram story of himself, Dragon Lee, and Penta on their way to the country. PW Insider had an update on the former World Heavyweight Champion. According to the report, Mysterio is said to have suffered a minor rib injury. There's no word yet on the severity of the injury or if it will prevent him from appearing on the men's Royal Rumble match. Mysterio was among the previously declared 15 superstars in the matchup, and WWE has not announced that he has withdrawn from the match, but it looks like he's going to be part of it, whether he's healthy or not. I know you was like, pack him up, Krssi. I saw you in the chat on Tuesday.
Oh, pack up Rey Mysterio?
Yeah.
Was it to Rey Mysterio or was it somebody else? Can't remember. I don't know if it was to Rey.
I think because when we thought he was really legit injured, we was just like, I don't know. This is another injury late in his career. He's 51 at this point. So
pack that up. Yeah, you're right. Okay, I did say that. Yep. I said that in the chat on Monday. Yeah. Because this is like, bro, you're 51 is but so much more you can do. They're not putting the world title on you. Like, you're going to get a little. But Ray not going nowhere. Ray gonna leave, and he's gonna just leave there, and he's gonna be an ambassador. He's gonna talk, and he's gonna like. Oh,
Ray is legit. He would be retiring. He's 51. Like, it's time to, and he's gonna be so the company
guy. He's not gonna be flip flopping back and forth. No, he's not doing that.
His knees are half stem cell at this point. So yeah. We got Venom Hernandez who says even Keith Lee is signed to AEW and he hasn't been seen in over a year. No, you're not putting that accurately. 2 years. He hasn't been seen in 2 years. December of 2023 was the last time we saw Keith Lee. So yeah. But moving over to the C-level WWE shows, you had AAA on Fox last Saturday. The show featured Laredo Kid picking up a win over Mini Vikingo and Octagon Jr. to retain the AAA Cruiserweight Championship. ELD Dr. Wagner Jr. beat Mecha Wolf to retain the AAA Latin American Championship. Post-match, he issued a challenge to Santos Escobar, who sent a message for the champion. Penta announced the Reina de Reyes tournament for the big show coming up in March for the company. Then finally, you had Pagano and Psycho Clown. They retained the AAA Tag Team Championships in a four-way, scoring the victory over Nuevo Generation, Tokyo Bad Boys, and Motor City Machine Guns. Post-match, they found out that one of the Psycho Circus was laid out backstage and got stretchered away in an ambulance. Then you also had TNA Thursday Night Impact. Thursday Night Impact on AMC. The show featured The System kicking off the broadcast to explain their reboot last week, saying that that Moose isn't a champion anymore, so that's why they cut him loose from the group. They also felt like JDC was using them to ride out to the sunset, so they got rid of him as well. This brought out Alicia Edwards, who revealed that her contract was expiring. She got into an argument with her husband and said that she wanted out of the system and left. Nick Nemeth picked up a win over BDE in singles competition, while Channing Stax Lorenzo scored a victory over Hometown Man thanks to cheating without the help of Ariana Grace, who got mad at him post-match. Elijah beat Jason Hodge post-match. Order 4 tried to jump Elijah, but he fights back and gets the better of them. Elena Black made her in-ring debut in a victory over Ruthie J, while Rich Swann defeated AJ Francis in what was a very good no-holds-barred matchup to settle the score of First Class between the two men. And finally, TNA TNA had the reveal of the Feast or Fire cases, with Trey Miguel winning a shot at the international title. You had Eddie Edwards got the World Championship case, while Eric Young received the X Division title case, and Steve Macklin got fired to apparently end his run with the company. I see we got a special guest with us. Oh, we got both of them. Oh, we got to give him the full screen. We got both of them here.
Well, you got to move the TNA thing out their faces. There we go. Okay. Oh my God, look at them. Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Hello.
Hello.
Big Pop, what's up?
Hey.
Oh, they're adorable. Look at little man. Oh my God.
That's my son right there. Yeah. Zenya, say hello. Say hi to Uncle Sid.
Zenya, what's up?
Hello.
Oh my God. Oh, I can eat them up. Oh.
Yeah, they saw that Harlem's getting the Harlem tax. They're like, let's get some tax coming this way as well. So
yeah, you gotta get this to them. You have to look. They got two of them.
We got to get the family Niangi tax now. We got to get that.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Now they made an appearance. I'm like Heath Slater. I got kids. Now time to say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
He's not ready
You
to
are
go.
welcome back anytime. We're gonna have you two and Harlem take over the show one day. This is gonna be
they're the future. They're the future. Her favorite wrestler is Bandito at the moment. She loves Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley's her favorite women's wrestler.
Nice.
On the male side, she likes her some Bandito and Penta. She does a lot of Zero what? Miedo.
Hey!
She knows it. She's a bit shy, but she says it all the time. Zero Miedo. Oh yeah, say bye. Yeah, there you go.
I love it.
All right, that's nice. Let's end it on a high. Say bye. Okay, go.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay.
See you soon. You guys are awesome.
And then you can go as well. He can go as well. You know, he's trying to take over my job. Look at him. You never watch that much wrestling.
He got the meme mug too. He's ready to go.
He's ready to go.
All right, cool. Get him out of here.
I love it. I love it. The perfect tag team. Yes, Big Daddy Sat in the chat. Yes.
Everybody get out. Everybody get out.
You have to come back now. See, look what you started.
But we got also with the C-level shows, we had WWE Evolve on Wednesday. You had Team PC took over the show, leading to their win in a 4-on-1 handicap match against WWE Evolve. It's like you knew they were on. She came.
Right.
Oh, my puzzle.
You want your puzzle? All right. Here you go.
Man, being a parent, that's what happens, guys.
They randomly come in at any time they want.
They're paying me to go back. I promise you.
No. TBC beat Jackson Drake in a 4-on-1 match with Cam Hendricks pinning him in the main event. Our boy Anthony Luke sat doing big things on Evolve. Then you had another LFG alum, PJ Vasa, picked up a win over Laney Luck, while Brooks Jensen beat Cappuccino Jones who had one arm behind his back. And Harlem Lewis, another LFG alum, defeated Sean Legacy and Tate Wilder to become the #1 contender for the WWE Evolve Men's Championship. Then finally, with the C-level shows, you had WWE NXT, who did 674,000 viewers, their biggest viewership since October. The show featured Joe Hendry being attacked backstage to start the broadcast. This led to WWE Evolve Men's Champion Jackson Drake qualifying for the ladder match for the NXT Championship, but Ava stated that Hendry would also qualify if he was cleared to compete. Later, we had Dion Lennox scored a victory over Miles Bourne thanks to some distraction from North American champion Ethan Page. Post-match, he laid out Ethan Page, while Keanu Carver dominated Andre Chase for both Lennox and Carver to qualify for the ladder match. Post-match, you had Carver destroy Chase even more, and then he called out the rest of competitors for the ladder match for an in-ring promo to end the show. Ricky Saints came out with a ladder and kicked off a whole big brawl with everyone until Joe Hendry came out to reveal that he was back for the bout next week. Hendry laid out Saints, but He was laid out by Keanu Carver, who put him down to close the show standing tall. Jada Parker picked up a win over Nikita Lyons in a battle of a certain body part.
Booty.
Post-match, Blake.
I want to talk about MAGA Lions, please. We can't talk about her.
Post-match, Blake Monroe showed up on the Titantron to taunt Miss Parker. Thea Hale beat Zarya after a distraction from Tatum Paxley, who attacked NXT Women's North American Champion Izzy Dame. Post-match, Fatal Influence came out to confront Zarya and Hale, but until Zarya delivered an F5 to Thea and Fatal Influence decided to bail. Dark State defeated OTM to retain the NXT Tag Team Championships thanks to a distraction from the Vanity Project. Post-match, a brawl broke out with OTM, the Vanity Project, Hank and Tank, and Chase U at ringside, while the Culling laid out Dark State in the ring. But NXT this week wasn't the biggest news from the world of that brand on Tuesday nights. It was Ava announcing that she is leaving WWE yesterday on Instagram. Ava is leaving WWE, announcing on Friday that she has decided not to renew her contract with the company. The WWE NXT general manager posted to her Instagram account on Friday and announced that this past Tuesday's episode of WWE NXT was her final appearance for the company. She wrote, "This past Tuesday was my last appearance on NXT and subsequently WWE. Thank you to all who have cheered, watched, and supported me through my journey. While my decision to not renew my contract was very difficult, it's also a new turning point in my life, and it has been an honor and a privilege to be Ava." WWE issued a statement to Fightful about Ava's exit, which reads, "WWE thanks and applauds Simone Garcia Johnson for her stellar work as Ava and beyond. Her passion, dedication, and impact were felt across the entire NXT and WWE community. We wish her the very best in all her future endeavors. Ava, real name Samoa Johnson, is the daughter of The Rock. She joined WWE in February of 2020 and began training at the WWE Performance Center. At the time, she was the first ever fourth-generation talent to sign with the company. She made her debut as Ava Rain in October of 2022 as a member of Joe Gacy's Schism faction and had her in-ring debut at NXT Stand and Deliver 2023 kickoff show, teaming with Schism in a loss to Chase U and Tyler Bate. Ava only worked a handful of matches in WWE, and when Schism disbanded in October of 2023, she became the on-screen assistant to Shawn Michaels, and she was eventually promoted to NXT's general manager in January of 2024 and had held that position ever since. During her time as GM, she oversaw in storyline, obviously, the WWE's drafts, the institution of the NXT Women's North American Championship, and oversaw WWE Evolve, which for a while had Stevie Turner operating under Ava as the developmental show's GM. She also was involved in the storyline built around the WWE NXT and TNA partnership, often working with Santino Marella in segments. So how surprised were you, Sat, to see Ava, our former legend of our days, reviewing NXT on the Wrestle Talk podcast channel? What did you think about her leaving WWE?
Okay, this is the craziest thing, right? It was yesterday. We're all mourning the loss of Catherine O'Hara, posting stuff on
Oh my
Instagram,
God, yes.
blah, blah, RIP. And it's 3 seconds. So her IG post was legit 3 seconds in. So no one really talked about it. I went on there, I was like, and I went on Twitter, I was like, you guys ain't there yet. So I went to do whatever. And an hour later, everyone's flooding in. Them ones, you're like, sure. Imagine if I was the first one. Guys, Ava just quit. I don't really care like that to be that guy. Go on Insta. When I saw it, I was shocked, obviously, because I watch NXT semi-regularly, more than the other main roster stuff. She's in the middle of a storyline where Tony D'Angelo's now back. He said he's going to explain next week his intentions. So she's not going to be there for that. Her little mini beef with Ethan Page is very cute. She had a budding one with Blake Monroe as well. I'm going to miss her bad acting, right? Because I grew to love it. Because, she's very much...
It was endearing. It was endearing.
It was endearing. I can't... Because people have to understand is like, if you let it get to you, you're taking life a bit too seriously. It was she fit the tone. Because I remember when she became general manager, I was like, what about Regal? I was that mindset. What about Regal? What about this? Blah, blah, blah. And then you see the young wrestlers. I was like, no. She's their peer. It makes sense. It's kind of like this is college. You know, you want someone that's more on your wavelength and stuff like that. So I understood. So that's why I'm campaigning for Ariana Grace to be the new general manager, because she was great as the liaison for WWE TNA relationship. Even though that will hold her back, because she's talented. Ariana Grace can actually wrestle, and as you know, she's like the Chelsea of NXT until her fucking fiance sapped up all of her star potential, and now she's a mid with that mid-card stacks ass. God, because I feel like that whole side tab, that Priscilla Kelly thing, Gigi Dolan storyline, when that got scrapped, her entire push got scrapped. Because when she came back, she became a big character, and now she's lost the whole Miss NXT character that made her so unique and
so
fun.
over.
And now she's like, I am stereotypical Sopranos hussy, you know, lady.
I'm this guy's girlfriend, like, and that's my dad.
Right? Yeah, it should be that guy's my fiance, because she's got the higher potential. Nothing stacks outside of being in Tony D'Angelo family. I don't really care for him by himself.
Right? Yeah,
starting a new group already. That's how you know it flopped. I hate that. This is Slater data all over again. You break up primetime players and then you put bloody titles on there with Heath Slater 6 months later. It's like, why break up a team and then start a new team? You know, we got the other guy cut his hair.
It's like when same person, Heath Slater, they broke up 3-man band to make Social Outcast.
Exactly. So just to get back to what I was saying, it's I don't want to say it's a shame. It's like she wanted to be a wrestler. We saw her wrestle. She wasn't ready yet. She had them yams because she had the booty as well. Like her yams were yamming. She's half Puerto Rican. You know what I'm saying? She's Simone Garcia. She's Simone Garcia. You know what I'm saying? Them Garcias were out there. You know what I'm saying? And then she covered them Garcias up. I don't know if it's her girlfriend fired yet, because her girlfriend is what's her name?
Tatiana Dumas.
Did she get fired?
No.
She's ass.
Not yet. Yeah, she's not good. But she's not good at all. I'm not talking about Garcia. She's crap. They can go on honeymoon together, and you know, she's got enough money. They can do that. You know, they could do a blog. Her as a wrestler didn't work out. Her as a general manager, it was fine. I grew to love it. It was cute. You know, them ones. She was so monotone. It was like the Linda McMahon award for like, yeah, you know, you do you, girl. You know, but whoever takes over, they better be able to emote. But I would hope so.
I think it's the whole Trump thing. I think because she's outgoing with her political views, she's you know, what Nepo baby lesbian who calls out the president.
Yes.
There's no one like her. She's a unicorn. She's like,
to step away like Mick had to, like Mick was like, nah, I can't do this. I gotta go. I can't be a part of this thing you guys are doing there. This is not gonna work.
I didn't think about that, but you might be right. Yeah.
Dad, I said, Dad, it's not working for me. I'm leaving. This is too much. That big nose guy's just kissing ass everywhere. It's ruining my vibe. Mommy, I'll come and work there. Mommy's got me a job. Mommy got me a job with your company. I'm going to be starting next week. I'm going to be head of development for your company. Brian Gewert's going to be answering to me.
What do you think about Ava leaving without having actually getting written off of television, Krssi? I think that's going to be the interesting part, is how
what they're going to do next.
They're going to pretend she never existed. They're going to keep moving. Robert Stone might take over, the worst option of all. Fucking Robbie E.
I can see that. Yeah.
They're gonna put him like in an interim until they find someone. Watch.
Ariana Grace.
I actually like that idea of Ariana Grace. She
I didn't think about it until
would fit in that role. Every scene, the rivalries and how her temperament, she's chef's kiss, but I feel like it would delay her as a wrestler. That's the only drawback to having her on that company, because it's kind of like you're tied to that ship until we can think of anything better, and then she might retire. You're like, you know what? Less bumps. I'm a character. No, you have star potential. Michael Hayes might be dead by the time you're in the main roster, so you won't be
That's what you're hoping for, right?
Right? Because you'd be like, you're another Chelsea. You're not gonna be a main event. Shut the fuck up. Your dad was never. Shut the fuck up. He could have been.
We got
she could probably be like the Vicky Guerrero kind of like spill, like kind of like be like that.
I can see that. I can see, especially working with Stacks, you can like give him an advantage, a leg up.
Oh, please, no, please.
We got a super chat donation.
That's their story. So if she's gonna put her man over, in front of everybody else. Watch and see how much.
Unless they say you can only have the job if you're honest, because she's doing a whole story in NXT where she wants to be a changed person, wherever it is. I don't really watch it, but I'm hearing TNA, she wants to change her outlook. If they say you can only get the job if you don't show nepotism, and then her partner can, you know, find comfort in the arms of Lexis King at night.
Wait, what? I know they're like partners right now, but I was just like, what? They're the NXT Outlaws on TNA, whatever that amounts to. But we do have a super chat donation here from Vala. Thank you so much, Vala, for the support. He says the Niangi Kids tax THH gonna be dynastic channel. Little man, mean mugging, huge. Loved it. I loved it. He was ready for the camera. He was putting on his best. What's it called? The blue steel from Zoolander.
Yo, listen. He's like Mr. T's not even dead, but he's Mr. T reincarnated. He's got the Mohican and he's got the mean mug, right? That's my boy. That's my son.
I was gonna say he got more hair on his head than you. I was like, he got it. He took all the hair from you.
He had more when he was born, and then he got rubbed off like a magic marker. So, you know.
happens to the best of us,
right?
You know, I'm dealing with it myself, so don't worry. But thank you so much for the super chat donation, and of course thank you to the Niangi bunch, the Niangi kids, for joining us today. I love that was a great moment on the show. And yes, Short King the Goat, you send a super chat donation and it's like you summoned us to talk about it. Yes, we did talk about Ava leaving, just like literally just now.
Yep.
But of course, we got to go to AEW. But before we do that, Miss Krssi Luv, I think it's that time of the show for some TikTok time. TikTok time. I know, Seth, you don't have long with us. You got to run pretty soon. So
we message when I have to kind of bounce. Yeah.
Okay, great. So we have enough time to do TikTok time with you. TikTok time is where we play some evergreen games about wrestling history. So this is a best time for you because you love some wrestling history. And we're going to do a King of the Hill for Royal Rumble winners. Royal Rumble winners, King of the Hill. We're going to put two Royal Rumble winners against each other, and we're going to decide who is the King of the Hill when it comes to the Royal Rumble. Are you ready, Sat? We're going to start with you.
All right. Do I have to pick a name?
No. I mean, you got to pick between the two names I'm going to give you.
Okay.
The first ever Royal Rumble, women's Royal Rumble winner, Asuka, versus the first ever men's Royal Rumble winner, Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Asuka, green mist that bum and throw him out the ring. 20 men, it was 20 men as well. That doesn't even count. 20 men, get that fucker out the ring, man. You
agree,
20
Krssi?
Royal Rumble. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I agree.
All right, so
he had no music back then either, too. He just came out and said, "Ho" with a stick.
Yeah.
Yeah, give you an easy one to start things off. We'll start with Krssi on this one. Asuka versus two-time Royal Rumble winner, the immortal Hulk Hogan.
Asuka, easy.
Sat.
Asuka, green mist, throw that yellow hair bum, orange motherfucker back to the grave.
Damn. Asuka versus 2019 Women's Royal Rumble winner, Becky Lynch. Sat.
Ooh.
Becky's the GOAT, but Becky's fine. You see, Becky, you know that when Becky's Teflon, so keep Asuka on. Let's keep the Asuka train going.
Yeah, she's in a different category at this point in the game.
Right? She does. They won't harm her. Asuka, she deserves it. I feel like she needs more love than she still got a losing streak at Mania. So keep it on, please.
I'm gonna go with Becky.
Okay.
Krssi, you're the deciding vote. Who you got?
Ooh.
Asuka versus her fellow 2018 Royal Rumble winner, Shinsuke Nakamura. Krssi.
Asuka.
I'm going with Nakamura. I love that Royal Rumble. That's one of my favorite Royal Rumbles ever. I was there live for both of these wins. I think that Asuka is the more historic win. The better Rumble and the better winner to me that night was Shinsuke.
Shinsuke? Okay.
Who you got, Sat?
How dare you do that? Can I not do Shawn Michaels? Bret Hart, Lex Luger, they both go over the top rope. They're both winners. Can I just
No. It's Nakamura or Asuka.
Go with your gut. Go with the first one that comes out.
I just for laughs I could just say continue the Asuka train, but
Do Shinsuke.
Asuka, because she doesn't win that much, but she maintains the quality of her in-ring stuff. Nakamura, who knows when he's gonna stall? So that victory meant a lot, but Asuka train.
2020 and 2025 Women's Royal Rumble winner Charlotte Flair versus Asuka. Rematch of WrestleMania 34.
The bane of the existence. Listen, the reason why we're here, Asuka. Get that win right.
Krssi. Asuka versus the 1994 Royal Rumble winners, Bret Hart and Lex Luger. She's 2-on-1. Asuka versus both of them. Krssi, who you got?
Missed both of their faces.
Who you got, Krssi?
I'm going Bret and Luger.
Who you got, Sat?
Bret Hart's on there, man. I love Asuka, but I have to jump off the train now. It's 94. Yeah. You're a teenager. You don't need it. Let's go Bret and Lex.
Oh, damn. I wanted to be a tiebreaker, but yeah, we'll go Bret and Lex. All right. Bret and Lex. Bret and Lex versus Ric Flair.
Ric Flair.
There's no point in me saying anything. I was going to say Bret and Lex because 2 against 1. You talking about is it in terms of the quality of the victory?
I'm talking about 1992 Royal Rumble win.
I thought you meant
it's not.
I was rated different. I was rated different the whole time.
Who's deserving? It's about who.
Then retroactively Nakamura. Then retroactively.
I love that.
Now that I know,
get out of here! No.
Yeah, retroactively.
I told you to vote Nakamura. You didn't listen to me.
Listen, I'm hard-headed sometimes. What can I say, man? Yeah. Nakamura retroactively. Now he lost to Bret and Luger, and now Ric Flair.
No.
You tears in my eyes.
Ric Flair versus...
with tears in my eyes. They made him cut his hair and everything.
Ric Flair versus Bianca Belair.
Oh, Bianca. I'm going voting on black.
I'm begrudgingly gonna go with Ric Flair to give Sat the tiebreaker.
Don't do this, bro. Why you have to put it on me? Because historically speaking, that 92 Rumble it set a precedent, right? It is what changed the concept until they got it right. And then you got Bianca, who that victory means a lot to me. And then she goes to face Sasha Banks in one of my favorite WrestleMania matches of all time. No recency bias. I have to go with the Ric Flair one. But it's hard. Mm-hmm. It's not easy. Please.
Ric Flair versus Yokozuna.
Ooh, that's my first official Rumble. Was 93. I didn't understand what Randy Savage was doing. What the fuck are you doing?
Why are you pitting him? I'm going with Ric Flair.
You know what? In terms of the quality of the Rumble and the performance, Flair, because that Rumble 93 was stark. It was like a graveyard compared to that Rumble the year before. So if you're saying we're coming off a year later, it's a massive quality drop. So Flair.
Krssi?
I'm gonna go Flair.
She loves her some Yoko though.
Ric Flair versus 2-time Royal Rumble winner Shawn Michaels. Krssi?
Shawn Michaels.
Sat?
Flair, because Michaels Rumble were always rough. 95 was rough. 96, still rough. So
95 might be one of the worst Royal Rumbles ever. So I'll go with Ric Flair. I'll go with Ric Flair here.
Mm-hmm.
Ric Flair versus kind of Royal Rumble winner in 2000, The Rock.
That was a Rumble I got back into wrestling. Like I took a little brief hiatus, and Channel 4. You
come in for the Samoans,
bro.
Apparently.
Listen. That was a great Rumble, and the way The Rock won it was incredible. I was 10 electric, so 10-year-old me saying, "Flair, I love you, but get your old ass out of the company and go back to WWE." The Rock. That's my guy.
Right.
I'm gonna stick with Ric Flair. Who you got, Krssi? Tiebreaker.
Ric Flair.
Wow.
Ric Flair versus two-time Royal Rumble winner Triple H. Krssi.
Ric Flair.
I need to vomit.
Sat.
Ric Flair.
Yeah, unanimous. Ric Flair. Ric Flair versus 2022 Royal Rumble winner Ronda Rousey. Sat.
The victory that inadvertently led to Sasha Banks leaving the company. No, I'm gonna stick with Ric Flair.
I already know what Krissi's gonna say.
Yeah, I'm about to say, this is just, you ain't even gotta ask me. Kenzie, go ahead.
Ric Flair. Ric Flair versus two-time Royal Rumble winner Brock Lesnar. Krssi.
Ric Flair.
Sat.
Ric Flair. Listen, 2003, yeah, good for him. But the other one, get the fuck out of here, man. That's the one that Shane got kicked out the trust fund again.
Not the
Ric Flair versus the only three-time Royal Rumble winner, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Sat.
Listen, 97, it was a weird one. It's a bunch of Mexicans, but it's San Antonio, you know, it is what it is. And he had that fake razor. You mean Scott Hall's never been in there, but the fake one did, sure, whatever. And then you got 98, you know, Free Face and Foley. That's what. And then you've got
great story too with the bounty over his head.
Exactly. And in 2001, if you're telling me all three of that is going against that one, Ric Flair again. Woo! I'm gonna do the Jeff Jarrett strut that Austin did. Get out, Steve Austin.
Oh, you got Krssi.
Stone Cold.
Stone Cold, unanimous. Stone Cold versus two-time Royal Rumble winner Batista. Krssi.
Stone Cold.
Sat.
Please, Austin, give me a hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Austin versus two-time Royal Rumble winner. Who else is a two-time? I'm trying to think.
Cody.
Randy Orton. Orton. Sat.
Timu, Stone Cold, get your fucking ass out of the ring. Austin.
Not Timo. Oh my God.
He was. Snake cutting his hair. I'm not an idiot. Okay, listen, they tried to bite his style.
Krssi, who you got?
I'm gonna go Stone Cold.
I'm gonna go Stone Cold as well. And one final one, Stone Cold Steve Austin versus two-time Royal Rumble winner Cody Rhodes. Krssi.
Cody.
Sat.
That first victory led to disappointment. Austin victories never led. Actually, lies. I did not like the heel turn. That heel turn on the black guy with a chair. That made me sad. You know, you feel it. You're like, yo, you just hit that black guy with a chair over them, and he's bleeding. That is just stop. Austin, man. Like, as much as Cody's second one led to great things, it's temporary. My guy led the company for 4 years plus into his body, you know, gave up on him, and he went a bit crazy and allegedly started slapping up his spouse. But yeah, stick with Austin.
I'm gonna be the tiebreaker. I'm gonna give it to Austin. Austin 316 is our king of the hill for Royal Rumble winners. And that brings us to a close with Sat E. Niangi. Sat, thank you so much for joining us today. Like we told Alex earlier, you know you were invited back for February to visit us once again. Here's the floor. Let everybody know where they can follow you on social media and see all your great content over at WrestlePurists, or if you're on the radio in the UK, they can hear you as well on BBC Radio. So let the people know.
BBC Radio was so last year. I might get invited back, who knows? But I do Riverside Radio, which is in Battersea. So every Monday, 6 to 7 p.m. If you have a DAB, say play Riverside Radio, whatever time, which is 6 p.m. English time. I can't do American time. Sorry, go on Google. They can translate for you. I'm also do WrestlePurists. I do the AEW review with Tempest every Thursday. And we also have a show called Ruthless Discussion. So we do it like every other Sunday. So we might have one tomorrow, who knows? And yeah, I'm at Sat Next to. That's on social media. That's on X, the stripper name, formerly known as Twitter. That's where you can find me. And yeah, I'm there. Thank you so much for having me, guys. You can see my eyes are tired. I'm tired. Kids,
Get some
kids,
rest, brother. Get some
kids,
rest, brother.
I got my friend coming over. We have to put the vegetable lasagna in the oven because she's vegetarian, so I have to deal with that.
Oh,
but,
nice.
It's been good, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Obviously, every time I'm here, I'm out of pocket, but it's a safe space. I'm a couple of New Yorkers. They understand what I'm getting at. They speak my language. They speak my my slanguage. But it's been great. Thank you so much for having me. And then I'll be back again next month so we can talk about Elimination Chamber and predictions if the company is now doing well or not. But I can't wait. That group chat is going to be popping. I don't think I'll watch Rumble live because my friend will be over. I'll maybe try finesse to watch the Rumble. Who knows? But yes, I'll definitely see the group. I know you'll be alive. I know you'll be alive in the group chat. So
yes,
I look forward to it.
I'll be talking my trash.
Krssi, is always a pleasure. Always great to see your lovely face.
Yes, you as well. Thank you.
When they have photogenic beauty on display, is very helpful. Sid, you're for the ladies, okay? She's from the other demographic. The man need it as well. So thank you so much.
The mandem.
The mandem need it. You know what I'm saying? Take care, guys. Love you guys. See you next month. Bye.
Much love, brother. Much love. But we're gonna move over now, Krssi, to AEW Collision. Last Saturday, the show did 253,000 viewers, so really down in the ratings, but another decent enough show though for them. It featured Hangman Adam Page beating Katsuyori Shibata in a great opener to the show. You had Chris Statlander scored a victory over Isla Dawn in an AEW Women's World Championship eliminator. Post-match, Tekla showed up on the Contron to cut a promo ahead of their title match on Dynamite. Meanwhile, you had Willow Nightingale defeated Julia Hart to retain the TBS championship later in the show. Proto Shida picked up a win over Austin and Billy Gunn in tag team action. Post-match, you had Kazuchika Okada made his return to AEW to taunt Takeshita from the stage. Davis and Doyle destroyed Alec Price and Jordan Oliver to get ready for their AEW World Tag Team title match on Dynamite. Post-match, FTR and Stokely Hathaway appeared on the Contron to talk trash to their challengers. Andrade El Idolo beat Magnus in a strong showing from the Don Callis family member. Post-match, Andrade issued a challenge to Swerve Strickland for Dynamite on Wednesday. Claudio Castagnoli defeated Roderick Strong in a very good main event to the show to retain the CMLL World Heavyweight title. And that led into Dynamite on Wednesday, which the show did really good in the ratings. They did 653,000 viewers, up significantly from the week prior. They did 498,000. The show featured Kenny Omega dominating Rocky Romero in a quick squash match. Post-match, you had Tony Schiavone announce an AEW World Title #1 Contenders Series that will culminate with a singles match at Grand Slam Australia to determine who will face MJF for the AEW World Championship at Revolution. Omega stated that he would become the next AEW World Champion, which brought out Hangman Adam Page, who stated that he will be the next champion instead. Then Swerve Strickland came out to have a tense confrontation with Omega until Don Callis came out to inform all three men that Andrade will take them all down. However, Omega chased off Callis to end the segment. Later, you had Andrade defeated Swerve Strickland in a tremendous main event matchup to advance to face Omega to determine one of the spots at Grand Slam Australia. Post-match, MJF was confronted by Kenny Omega, Andrade, and Hangman Adam Page, all teasing that they are coming for the AEW World Championship as the show closed with Hangman looking on as MJF rode off and bailed from the building. Then you had Chris Statlander defeated Tekla in a surprisingly great match to retain the AEW Women's World Championship. Post-match, Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford came out on stage to confront Statlander and the Babes of Wrath to indicate they were coming for their titles. You had Jon Moxley beat Ace Austin in an AEW Continental title eliminator matchup. Post-match, Konosuke Takeshita came out to confront Mox indicating that he was coming for the Continental Championship until Davis and Doyle attacked the Death Riders leader. Later, Kazuchika Okada, he had an apology for Kyle Fletcher for stealing his screwdriver at World's End, which Fletcher accepted and forgave him. And then Don Callis gave a DCF State of the Union address, stating that Takeshita could go after the Continental title if he followed Fletcher's lead and forgave Okada. Fletcher was going after the TNT title while he was going to go watch Davis and Doyle win the AEW World Tag Team titles. However, Takeshita was very disappointed by Fletcher for forgiving Okada. Finally, you had FTR picked up a win over Davis and Doyle to retain the AEW World Tag Team Championships after Doyle unfortunately suffered an injury, a bicep tear, while Jon Moxley interfered to help FTR get the win. And then in one of the bigger moments of the show and of the week, you had Mark Briscoe beat El Clone in a very good matchup to retain the TNT Championship. Post-match, Briscoe announced that he was bringing back the TNT title open challenge on AEW Collision tonight and said that he can't be a member of the Don Callis family, which brought out the debuting Tommaso Ciampa. The Psycho Killer has arrived in AEW to a massive pop from the fans in Texas. Ciampa came out and confronted Briscoe to tell him that he was coming for his title. What did you think about Dynamite this week, and most especially the debut of Tommaso Ciampa?
I thought they had a great Wednesday. They did a good show from like beginning to end. It was a good like pacing, like everything was put in the right places. It was a good standard show. And then very surprised about Ciampa. I love that we didn't know anything, didn't hear anything. They kept this very, very tight lip. This is how you're supposed to do it. That's how it's done, people. That's the element of wrestling. That. None of the whole like leaking to the blogs or whatever. Could it have been on a bigger show? Probably. But did they want to do it on the show? No.
Then it wouldn't be a surprise. You would be expecting it. If it was a bigger show, you'd be expecting something like that. You didn't expect it on like a random Wednesday.
Correct.
And in like less than a week after he officially was off of the WWE roster.
That's true. And I was like, damn, he must have left like last week sometime or 2 weeks ago. But yeah, he was like, nope, I'm out of here. Deuces. Let me go bet on myself, and I don't want to renew anything. And I'm sure they was like, no, I'm sure they gave him some numbers, and he was like, nah, I'm good. let me bow out gracefully and bet on me. Like, it's okay. I've done this before, and I'll do it again. You guys watched me and brought me here. Let me go and show you what I can do. So, yeah,
love the theme song too. The theme song is
I think it's all
amazing.
The whole package looked phenomenal because I'm like, who the hell is this? And then when I'm standing, then he's standing. I was like, wait, is that Ciampa? And I was like, wow, look at him. Good for him.
Yeah. What did you think about Andrade and Swerve Strickland in the main event?
They did amazing. I thought they did really, really well. And again, you hold someone back from not wrestling, and look what he could.
Andrade working like rent is due.
No, because it is. It is, dude. Like, what are you talking about? Like, he had no checks. Between Charlotte taking his money, he got to pay for child support. Like, what you think is happening? He got rent due.
Rent and the bills is due. I gotta work hard.
SP, I don't know what you're. I don't know. It's true. Very true.
Yeah.
He got bills, and he's gonna go out there every time. Like, is the last? I got work to do. Let me go.
And what do you think about the new gimmick of him being the Lothario and getting numbers from girls in the front row?
I like that idea. I'd like change it up, like because you couldn't be the last product that you were before when you were here. So you have to be something a little bit different. So I like that like whole like regimen and it works. He could be like the like Razor Ramon machismo like gimmick, but like goofier, if that makes sense.
Oh, we got Negro Buck in the chat says alimony is due. Oh, y'all are hilarious in the chat. I love y'all.
Alimony is due. It's true though.
We got Call Me Mr. Bonda who says Cash Money Kazoosh is such a troll. I was waiting for him to call Fletcher a bitch, and he didn't. He was actually sincere. He was sincere with his apology.
But that's just all a gimmick. I'm telling you, it's all a ploy.
Yeah. What do you think about the whole AEW World Title picture going on? You got they did a promo with MJF and Brody King to set up the Eliminator next week. If Brody King wins, he faces MJF at Grand Slam Australia, and then you got Omega, Andrade, and Hangman going after the World Title, and potentially two of those guys are going to be facing at Grand Slam Australia.
Every pick is not a bad.
Are you frozen? Oh, you were frozen for a second. My bad. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
No, I think I hear you, but you are frozen. Your picture's frozen for me.
I think I'm frozen. Yeah, and I think you're frozen. On my... Okay, there we go. Can you see me now?
Yeah, I see you now.
Okay. Okay, great. I don't know what they see. They keep fucking with the shit. No,
they don't want you to be great.
I don't think there's a wrong. They don't want me to be great. Every person, I love the way he went out. Everyone stopped him. I think that's a great way to end the show. Like, watch your back, because again, you are the champ. So everyone is coming for you. No one is not hiding. They're coming after you because they want something that you have, and that's how you have a heavyweight team of people trying to go after this one belt. And it makes for different stories, and you have so many different stories that there is no wrong story that you can go with. And he has so many opponents that are gunning for him, and he has to just like watch his back. So I like that he's like giving a paranoid, like, get out of my way. Like, it's really, really good.
Yeah. Oh, my bad. I don't know why this picture is up. But yeah, I like the world title picture right now. It's like the most interesting thing. It's creating a whole bunch of conversation among the fan base as well. Yes. That's another part that I like about it. Like, everybody's talking about it and kind of like fantasy booking who can be facing MJF, what type of matches. You got this great match on Wednesday with Andrade and Swerve, and it sets up Andrade versus Omega next week, which is going to be killer as well. So yeah, they're delivering like week after the last couple of weeks. I think ever since like Maximum Carnage, I think like every Dynamite lineup has kind of looked like a mini pay-per-view.
And I think them winning those awards kind of like, let's keep doing the same regimen. Let's keep this running, because it's getting people to watch us, and they're recognizing our stars. So we have to give them that same formula that we've been doing right now. And if it's working, don't stop. Like, you can actually maximize it and make it even better.
Yeah. So we got Negro Buck who says, I honestly really want to see MJF versus Andrade. So who do you think wins next week, Kenny Omega or Andrade?
I think they're going to give us Omega.
I really think that the right decision, 20-minute time limit draw, and you do a 3-way with Omega, Andrade, and Hangman to determine who faces MJF at Revolution.
I'm not mad at that at all. I'm not.
I don't think you should be beating Andrade after him beating Swerve.
He just got here. So make it a draw, and then make it a whole like 3-way.
Yeah, do the 3-way to set up who's gonna face MJF, which I think it is gonna be Omega by the end. It's gonna be Omega and MJF at Revolution, but Andrade should not be losing right now.
No, too soon. If you're gonna make him be the big star that he is, you can't let him lose. So unfortunately, he has to get like these like draw. He has to get a lot of draws at this point, or like someone has a DQ. The dirty. We don't like dirty finishes, but like, hey, this is what we have to do to preserve someone's stats at this point.
Yeah, I agree. We got in the chat a super chat donation right now. We got from our boy Jay Miller, who said Fog to Wog is winning the Rumble, which is the new Saudi Arabia signing by WWE. I can totally see WWE giving him a spot in the Rumble and wasting a spot for him.
I don't know if you guys watched last week's episode of me saying like this Rumble, they don't really give a shit about. Like this.
Yeah, no, it's been a weak build. It's been a weak build to the Rumble.
The build is trash. Like no one is able to go to Saudi Arabia, but except the people that they hired to go over there. Like this is like the less press. Like no, it's only there are people there, and that's fine. Like whatever. But I feel like they're not like caring as much because it's just like a one-off. They'll probably start caring more once Rumble is over, and then they can start building up stories. But as of now, like there's nothing built on this thing. We already know what's gonna happen with Sammy, and it's unfortunate. Even though I would like to see Sammy win because Drew having the belt, he can always easily get it back, but they can give that win to Sammy.
I think they're saving the Sammy win for next year in Saudi for WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, because Saudi is in WrestleMania next year, right? Oh well, you're right. That makes more sense. That does make sense.
Well, so like we said before, the big news from this week's AEW Dynamite was the newest star for the AEW, Tommaso Ciampa. While Ciampa made the move from WWE to AEW, he says that he has nothing bad to say about WWE and his time with the company. He left WWE earlier in the week when his contract expired and made his AEW debut on Wednesday. He is set to have his first match outside of WWE in over 10 years on tonight's AEW Collision when he faces Mark Briscoe for the AEW TNT Championship. Ciampa was doing the media rounds this week and talking about his joining AEW, and he spoke with Shalik Majiri for CBS Sports about making the move. Ciampa talked how he's sick to his stomach of people saying that his 2018 run in NXT was his peak, and how he is looking forward to bringing the Psycho Killer to AEW. He also talked about exiting WWE and noting that he has nothing bad to say about his time there. On people saying that he peaked in 2018, he says, I've heard for 7 or 8 years that 2018 was peak Ciampa, lightning in a bottle. That makes me sick to my stomach because I'm better than that guy in every aspect. Every single measuring stick in the business, I blow 2018 Ciampa out the water. For 7 to 8 years, I've had to hear that was the best version of me. It wasn't. It was just the best opportunity I had at putting my vision forward. And not using his Psycho Killer character in WWE, he says, I've had 6 or 7 years to think about what if I really rode out the Psycho Killer gimmick. I was doing it on the indies and it was hot. I signed with WWE and it never hit its peak. I had to let it go. I had a lot of other ideas for how to incorporate it, and it didn't come to fruition and wouldn't unless I went out and did it. I have a warranted chip on my shoulder because for 7 years I've thought you had no idea. On turning down an offer to re-sign with WWE, he said, we chatted a handful of times in the last 2 or 3 months. I just needed to do what was right for my wife and me. I have not one bad word to say about WWE. They gave me an incredible opportunity and platform over the last 10 years. I learned a ton, I evolved a ton, and it's time for me to take all of that and really apply it. The biggest part was the leap. On making the move for his family, he says, my interest in doing this has been for at least 2 or 3 years. For the last 6 months, I've had a foot out the door. It was one of those things. Do you bet on yourself and see this through and see if you are right? Or do you stay put and take the safe bet? I have a 7-year-old. I want her to know that you can get one life, you get one career, you get one chance at this. You don't want to leave it with what if. That was the final determining factor. On being nervous before his AEW Dynamite debut, he says, the anxiety I had going into it was out of this world. I've had 30 or 45-minute matches, and I've never felt the anxiety that I felt last night. All I could think was, I hope they care. Man, am I happy that I made the decision. Last night was one of the best experiences of my entire career. On being drawn to AEW, he says, I'm really drawn to underground, passionate fan bases who have an us versus the world mentality. It's something I've always wanted, I've always liked, and especially in professional wrestling. For quite some time, I kept looking at AEW and thinking, wow, that looks cool. That was special. And last night was my first taste of it. Fightful Select provided details on when Ciampa signed with AEW. He says the report cited sources close to the matter as claiming that both parties agreed to a deal just 2 days before his appearance on Dynamite, January 26. Ciampa has since opened up about leaving WWE to join AEW. During an interview with Rick Ucchino for Sports Illustrated, he revealed that he had been leaning toward leaving WWE. The former NXT champion also explained why he joined All Elite Wrestling. He says, it's something I've been leaning toward for quite some time. I don't know that I can say there's one sole factor that led it or caused it. I think it's one of those things when your contract is coming up to an end, you naturally have discussions. If I wrestled in the 90s, I'd want to be part of ECW. Early 2000s, you want to be part of Ring of Honor. I was lucky I got to do that for a little bit. 2010s, I think for me at least, I wanted to be part of NXT Black and Gold. And when I looked at the wrestling landscape of professional wrestling in the 2020s, the answer was AEW, man. That's what I want to be a part of. Great stuff. I love it. I love Ciampa. He's got the right attitude. He's coming in with a chip on his shoulder. So do you think that Ciampa can be successful in AEW? And do you think he beats Mark Briscoe tonight for the TNT Championship?
I think he will be successful, yes. Yeah, he can win. Like, Mark Briscoe doesn't lose anything by losing.
No.
I think if you make Ciampa lose, then that's bad.
Yeah,
like
that's a bad look coming in with the hype that he got.
Right. I think it would be best if you let your main person win, which is who you're used to sign. You're betting on him and let him have like a 3-month run.
Hey, I would love to see it, and have him do the TNT Open Challenge and just have him bangers on Dynamite and Collision.
Yep. So I think it'll be great, and I think he's gonna do good over there. Give me him and Ricochet.
I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful for Ciampa. He feels very motivated right now.
Mm-hmm.
We got Sure King the Goat says he needs to defeat Briscoe. No reason for Briscoe to win. Yeah, it would be detrimental to Ciampa's run if he loses in his first match.
I agree.
But we're going to talk more about the Contenders Series. AEW is holding a Contenders Series to determine MJF's challenger at AEW Revolution, and our new report had some details on the original plans. As reported, it was announced on this week's Dynamite that Kenny Omega, Andrade El Idolo, Swerve Strickland, and Hangman Adam Page are competing in a series to determine who gets the AEW World Title match at Revolution on March 15th, with two men competing in a number one contendership at Grand Slam Australia on February 14th. According to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Samoa Joe was originally supposed to be part of the Contenders Series. This isn't particularly surprising news, as Joe was in the original group of individuals portrayed as seeking a title shot after against MJF earlier this month. However, it was announced on Wednesday that Joe suffered a non-contact injury during training and isn't clear to compete as of yet. It was announced by Excalibur. He revealed that the Ops member is out of action after suffering a non-contact injury during training. There was no further clarification made on the nature of Joe's injury nor the severity, and it is not currently known when he will return to the ring, and Joe has not yet commented on the injury. Meanwhile, Andrade El Idolo defeated Swerve Strickland in the main event of this week's Dynamite and will be facing Kenny Omega on February 4th. It's not yet clear of how Hangman Page will factor in, but Don Callis said that he had someone for Page. That match could obviously take place on either February 4th or February 11th, with the winner going on to face MJF the winners to face each other at Grand Slam Australia. MJF's title defense will take place on AEW Revolution on March 15th from Los Angeles, California, live on pay-per-view. So should be interesting to see who will get that matchup. Who you taking? Who you think? We seemingly only have 3 contenders left with Andrade, Hangman, and Omega. Who you think gets the matchup against MJF at Revolution?
I'm betting on Omega because Omega doesn't have much time. You know, they just but Hangman and Andrade can always like go against him. I feel like.
Yeah. I'm hoping it's the three-way I suggested. If not the three-way,
right.
I could see like Omega versus Hangman as well. They haven't done that matchup since Full Gear 2021, so feels like more of a fresh matchup. Andrade, I would love to see it, but it's a heel versus heel matchup.
Right. It's too soon.
Yeah, it's too soon. I just don't want Andrade to lose a one-on-one matchup just yet.
Too soon. I think it's too soon for him to lose, and it's too soon for him to be put against him. So, yeah.
All right, final bit of AEW news. Jake Doyle is out of action due to an injury suffered on AEW Dynamite, and a new report has some context on how long he may be out of action. As reported, Doyle suffered a torn bicep during his matchup on Dynamite when FTR retained the AEW World Tag Team Championships against Davis and Doyle. The injury happened when Cash Wheeler went to DDT Doyle onto the ring apron, and Doyle called out that he tore his bicep as a result. He basically noted that, and then according to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, there's a possibility that Doyle might not need surgery, though. A torn bicep recovery takes about 3 to 6 months. Torn bicep can, without surgery, results in likely a 4-month time away from the ring. However, it results in an indent in the arm. The better cosmetic option is surgery, but it results in around 7 months of being out of action. And this is for someone who just came to the company, so I don't know if that's the best idea.
Just got there. Yep.
It's not clear whether Doyle is set to undergo surgery or not. Doyle posted on social media on Thursday to note he was down but never out, motherfucker. AEW has yet to officially confirm the injury that Doyle suffered. Of course, Doyle made his debut on the January 7th episode of Dynamite. He came in as a new member of the Don Callis family. On behalf of all of us at THH, our best wishes to Doyle and a speedy recovery for him, as well as Samoa Joe, who had that non-contact injury. So some bad injuries there. Hopefully they recover
quickly.
Supposed
to be great, man. They just like putting hexes on all these athletes, man. If it's not wrestling, is basketball. If it's not basketball, is football. Or something like they just don't want nobody to be great. like
never, and a whole bunch of arm injuries as of late as well.
It is a lot of like little not serious but serious injuries, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like
then finally you had in a vignette aired on AEW Collision, Alex Windsor pitched to Jamie Hayter on the idea of forming a tag team to go after tag team gold. Hayter responded and said that they better get some matching outfits in that case. The idea of matching outfits suggests that they won't simply be Jamie Hayter and Alex Windsor, but a team with a unified name and look. The latest Wrestling Observer newsletter reveals what the team will probably be called, in keeping with the duo both being from England and being English. They'll apparently be known as the Brawling Birds. AEW moved to trademark the term about the same time the two joined forces. The name sounds like a spin on WWE's Brawling Brutes, an Anglo-Irish stable, but with Ridge Holland gone from the company and Pete Dunne, Butch now masked as a false American, that gimmick seems dead. A female spin on it could be interesting for All Elite Wrestling. Current champions, the Babes of Wrath, had better be prepared anyway. Even before the AEW women's tag team titles existed, Windsor was anticipating that she and Hayter as a potential duo would destroy everyone. The time to put that to the test is clearly coming sooner rather than later. What did you think about them teaming up and that vignette that they aired on Collision to set up them as a tag team? I liked it. I got excited when I saw it.
I'm about to say I like it because I think the first time champs are good, but I think we need more badass ones, and let Willow be Willow by herself. I think it's no more time for just having Harley as our like third wheel. Like, let the champs be champs. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cute and all, but like now it's very gimmicky.
Yeah.
And I want them to be like badasses. So, but yeah, I like the two girls together. Put the belts on them. You know what I'm saying? Let them take it away.
Yeah, a lot of people seem excited about it. We got King Potato says great pairing. He also says Brawling Birds is sick. I laughed my ass off. And Call Me Mr. Bonda says Windsor and Hayter say less with all the emojis. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I want to see what comes with that tag team, and hopefully it leads to them focusing more on the women's tag team titles, which they haven't really done since the title's been introduced. We got to finish up with AEW Verse, and we're moving over to Ring of Honor. ROH TV on Honor Club. This week you had Athena picking up a win over Vert Vixen in an ROH Women's World Title Proving Ground matchup. Post-match, Athena, Billy Starks, and Diamante jumped Vert Vixen until Hyan and Maya World made the save. Later, Hyan and Maya scored a victory over Lady Bird, Monroe, and Viva Van. Post-match, MIT jumped Hyan and Maya, with Athena then issuing a challenge to face the two ladies in a trios matchup for next week's ROH and MPX Global Wars show, which was revealed their tag team partner will be ROH Women's Pure Champion Deonna Purrazzo. Then you had Adam Priest picked up a win over Anthony Henry. After the matchup, he was confronted by Rocky Romero, who issued a challenge for Priest to face Kazuchika Okada for the AEW International title on Collision tonight. Then you had Priest's partner, Tommy Billington, picked up a win over Aaron Solo. Katsuyori Shibata defeated JD Drake in singles competition, while Masquerada Dorada scored a victory over Tony Nese in a pretty decent main event for them. Then we talk about the partner promotions of AEW. We got a follow-up and an update on Evil heading to WWE. Evil's days in New Japan Pro Wrestling are coming to an end, with the company announcing his impending exit from the company earlier this week. It was reported last week that Evil had given his notice and was headed to WWE. NJPW confirmed on Sunday that the House of Torture leader will be leaving when his contract expires. The company said in their announcement, after careful consideration and discussions with NJPW management, Evil, who has been a long-standing member of the NJPW roster, will leave New Japan Pro Wrestling at the expiration of his deal at the end of January 2026. We apologize to fans for the sudden nature of this announcement. New Japan Pro Wrestling wishes Evil the very best on his future activities. It has not yet been officially confirmed that Evil will be heading to WWE. Of course, he's a multi-time champion, former IWGP heavyweight champion, intercontinental champion, two-time tag team champion, and six-time never openweight six-man tag team champion. He lost the never openweight championship to Aaron Solo at Wrestle Kingdom 20 at the end of the start of the month, and was said to be considering outside options afterwards. Evil began his in-ring career with New Japan in May of 2011, and aside from his excursion in ROH in 2015, he has been with NJPW for the entirety of his career. Fightful Select now had an update on what's next for the former IWGP heavyweight champion. According to the report, WWE and other Japanese wrestling companies are being viewed as likely options for where Evil will be heading next. Additionally, Fightful reports that Evil has recently been backstage at multiple WWE events, and it said that there have been talks between both sides. Sources in NJPW also informed Fightful that while there are options available for the 39-year-old wrestler in Japan, they still expect him to try to relocate to the United States. Also, Evil is not expected to be signing with AEW. So, what do you think about Evil in WWE? Are you excited for that, or do you see? Can you see him like being in a tag team with Shinsuke Nakamura, like Sat said earlier?
I don't see him doing anything big over here. I'm sorry. It's just the proof is in the pudding. Look at all the other. Like, he might not be big right now, like when he first started, maybe later on, but I doubt that they're going to get him to NXT.
Oh, you think he would go to NXT?
I think so.
I mean, a lot of the New Japan guys, especially around his age, go directly to the main roster. Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, Tala Tonga, they all went to the main roster.
Okay, that's fair. And look at what it has got them. Nothing. They painted faces behind Solo Sikoa. At least you could do something more in NXT. You could be at least the front guy over there first.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. So, yeah. I mean,
look at poor Jeff Cobbs, who is now Jeffy Mateo.
JC Mateo.
There you go. See?
Jeffy Mateo. Were you about to call him Jeffy Mateo?
Yep, I said Jeff Mateo. I was like, I knew it was something stupid. So
Jeffy Mateo is hilarious. I love it. Jeffy Mateo. That's what we're gonna call him from now on, guys. We're gonna call him Jeffy Mateo. But New Japan also announced this week that the New Beginning in the USA show will be available for fans to watch on NJPW World as a pay-per-view. As previously noted, the event will take place on February 27th in Trenton, New Jersey. NJPW has announced that the show will be available on NJPW World pay-per-view. The show will cost $19.99 and is not part of the streaming service subscription. This appears to mark the event's exit from Triller, which carried past NJPW USA shows. The show is not currently listed on Triller.com. The show will feature El Phantasmo versus Konosuke Takeshita for the NJPW World Television Championship, NJPW Strong Openweight Championship, Tomohiro Ishii versus Boltin Oleg. Shuri will be on the show, El Desperado, the Knockout Brothers, David Finlay, and Yota Tsuji. The announcement comes after NJPW unveiled the card for the New Beginning in Osaka 2026 show, which comes up on February 11th in Osaka, Japan. Final bit of news. We're talking about Stardom here. Unfortunate news. Bozilla has confirmed her knee injury that she suffered at a Stardom show earlier this month, and she will require surgery. The Stardom star suffered an apparent knee injury at the company's New Year Stars show on January 11th. She had to be helped to the back after taking a fall outside of the ring. Bozilla posted to Twitter to confirm that she suffered a complete ACL tear, and she noted that the injury will require surgery and does not know how long she will be out of action. On behalf of all of us at THH, our best wishes to Bozilla for a quick and full recovery. She got so much popularity being part of the Forbidden Door show last year. It looked like she was kind of destined to kind of break out in the US this year. Mm-hmm. So this is a fortunate injury for her. She's still so young too.
Yeah. And it sucks, man. I just keep doing stuff to our wrestlers. I want to put some bad juju on their stuff, man.
Bad juju in the air right now. So yeah, best wishes to Bozilla for sure. Finally, this week in CMLL last Saturday, you had Sabados Calasino, which had the show featured Atlantis Jr. and Templario beating Soberano Jr. and Volador Jr. in a good main event. You had Los Infernals picked up a win over Galano Fantasma in a trios bout. Then on Tuesday, you had Martis Popularis, which featured Atlantis Jr. picking up a win over Nebula Rojas in a very good main event to retain the CMLL World Historic Light Heavyweight title. Then you had Espionage, Templario, and Teton defeated Galano Fantasma in a pretty fun trios matchup. And then last night you had CMLL Super Venice. The show featured El Sky Team defeating Definto, Ultimo Guerrero, and Volador Jr. in a very fun trios main event. You had Claudio Castagnoli defeated Showa to retain the CMLL World Heavyweight Championship. That was a great matchup. Claudio's been on a roll this week. He's been having a pair of great matchups with Roddy and then with Showa last night. And then Flip Gordon picked up a win over Barbaro Cavanario in a very good grudge match. And MXM Collection made their Arena Mexico debut as they scored a victory over Soberano Jr. and Los Hermanos Chavez. So good stuff from CMLL as usual, but it's about that time for Miss Krssi Luv's favorite time of the show, best, worst moments and matches of the week. Miss Krssi Luv, what was your best and worst from this past week?
Worst is Adam Pearce. For lying to Finn and lying to us.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. Who is the best?
Best goes to Ciampa. Well, he has the moment. No, so I will give it to AEW.
That's fair. I went with best for Tommaso Ciampa, worst for his older doppelganger Triple H, because Roman cooked him. Roman cooked him like filet mignon on the Pat McAfee show.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so I could,
But
yeah.
I'm also gonna give moment of the week to the Ciampa debut for sure.
Yeah.
And then matches of the week, I'm gonna go. I only got 10 this week, Krssi Luv. I'm being
10?
I only got 10. Only got 10.
You're
this
being
week.
you're being cute today. What's happening?
No. There wasn't that many great matches. I watched a lot of wrestling as usual, but there wasn't that many great matches this week. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Honorable mention to Briscoe versus El Clone from Dynamite. I gave that 3 3/4 stars. But number 10, I gave 4 stars to Hangman Adam Page versus Shibata from Collision last Saturday. Then number 9, also I gave 4 stars to Claudio Castagnoli versus Roderick Strong. Number 8, from last night's CMLL show, Claudio Castagnoli versus Shelwa. I gave that 4 stars. Number 7, I gave to Chris Statlander and Tekla from Dynamite. I gave that 4 stars. Number 6, Carmelo Hayes versus Ray Phoenix from SmackDown last night. I gave that 4 stars.
That was really good.
Number 5, Sami Zayn, Damian Priest, Trick Williams, and Randy Orton from Saturday night's main event. I gave that 4 stars. Number 4, El Sky Team versus Definto, Volador Jr., and Ultimo Guerrero from last night's CMLL show. I gave that 4 stars. Number 3, Rio versus Judgment Day from Saturday night's main event. I gave that 4 1/4 stars. Number 2, Andrade versus Swerve Strickland from Dynamite on Wednesday. I give that 4 1/2 stars. And number 1 this week, AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura from Saturday night's main event. I gave that 4 1/2 stars. What's your matches of the week?
I have 5. I had 10, but I forgot to write all of them down, so I only remembered 5. So here we go. So number 5, I'm going to give it to Riho versus Judgment Living Roxy Judgment Day. Number 4, I'm going to give it to Chris Statlander versus Tekla. That was good on a random Wednesday.
Banger. It was great. So it's not getting enough credit. We got to give all the praise to it. It was great.
Yeah, it was a good. I was like, there was not much build, but when you just give them the things like, go out there, go cook. No problem, boss.
That's been the theme of Chris Statlander's reign, where she doesn't get that much story, but when the bell rings, she always delivers.
Yep. So I was really proud of those girls, and I was like, wow, it made me look. And look, we didn't even say, like, the crowd was on Tekla's side at one point.
Yes, they wanted her to win.
But yeah, so okay, back to that's number 4. Number 3, I'm going to give it to Sammy, Drew, Trick, and Randy Orton from Saturday night's main event. Number 2 is Andrade and Swerve, and then number 1, AJ and Shinsuke.
So AJ and Nakamura is our winner. So to go over for the month of January, our winners of match of the weeks, because I wrote all of them down. I think I got all of them. Yeah, let me go back to the top here. So the first week, our winner was Mox and Fletcher from World's End.
Okay.
Then the second week, it was a tie. The second week, it was a tie between Okada and Tanahashi and the Cody and Drew match.
Okay, yeah. Week
3 was MJF and Bandito.
Yes.
Week 4 was Swerve and Kevin Knight last week.
Yes. And then
this week is Styles and Nakamura. So for the month, I'm gonna give it for the month of January. I'm gonna give it my match of the month is Okada and Tanahashi. What's yours?
Okada, Tanahashi has all those are good matches, and then but that one was like the better of all.
That's special.
Yeah,
that's fair.
The MJF and Bandito was amazing too.
That's close. Like and Mox and Fletcher, even though that counts for last year, but it was for the week. So I'm gonna give it to Okada and Tanahashi because I think we're gonna talk about that matchup probably by the end of the year too.
Yes.
All right. So let us know in the comments if you're watching us on demand or if you're in the chat. Let us know what you thought was the match of the month for in wrestling in the month of January, or for us. We got just saw that Triple H is in the cold open for the Royal Rumble. Can this dude sit his ass down, please? I'm not surprised at all.
He's always the opener. Like, we're not like any pay-per-view we have now. Like, are you ready?
Are you ready?
Like,
I said, are you ready? Power Drive Finisher.
Rose eyes emoji.
Power Drive Finisher says MJF and Bandito, which is a good shout. That was like the best TV match of the month for me.
Yeah.
And Negro Buck is going with Tanahashi and Okada, and Call Me Mr. Banda saying Takeshita and Tsuji. Takeshita and Tsuji, unfortunately, is on the same show as Okada and Tanahashi. That's the only reason. But that's my second best match of the year so far, especially for the month. That's the second best match I saw.
Okay.
All right, but it is about that time, Miss Krssi Luv, for our final predictions for the Royal Rumble. It's starting in a half an hour, so we got to get these final predictions in. We're going to start with the WWE Championship up for grabs. Undisputed WWE Championship. It's Drew McIntyre defending against Sami Zayn. Who you got, Miss Krssi Luv?
I'm gonna give it to Drew.
Drew for the win, but I think he's gonna cheat to win because we gotta have Sammy with his WrestleMania. He's got to be Cody at WrestleMania 39 to set up WrestleMania 40 next year, WrestleMania 43 in Riyadh when he's gonna finally win the title.
Okay, yeah, because it's 43 that's in Saudi Arabia, right?
Saudi Arabia, yeah.
Okay, so that's the stage that probably would mean more for him to win. Yeah, that makes sense.
Then we got one of the most anticipated matches of the night. AJ Styles' career up on the line as he goes one-on-one with the ring general, Gunther. Who you got?
Gunther, excuse me.
I got Gunther. I think AJ's career is over.
Yeah.
But I do see him wrestling after tonight.
Yes, I do as well. Somewhere, but yeah, where is that is the question.
Exactly. Then we'll go with the ladies first. The women's Royal Rumble matchup. 30 women will enter. I believe there's like 13 slots open from who they already announced. The announced participants are Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, Roxanne Perez, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Bayley, Lyra Valkyria, Asuka, Chelsea Green, Jordan Grace, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Nia Jax, Lash Legend, Julia, Maxine Dupree, and Becky Lynch. I'm going to ask who you think is going to be, give me like one or two surprises in the matchup, and then who you think is going to win.
Definitely I see Bianca. And maybe an old return of like Trish Stratus, a legend.
I can see that. Yeah. So who you got winning?
Winning, I have Liv Morgan.
I got I think surprises. I think we get Paige. Paige as a big surprise in the matchup.
Okay.
Yeah, Saraya. I think AJ Lee comes back in the Royal Rumble and she eliminates Becky Lynch.
To have that feud for Mania. Yes, I like it.
Yeah. And my winner is the returning Bianca Belair.
Bianca Belair.
I think you got to make Bianca and Jade feel big time. So have her win here and then start to build for the next 3 months heading into Mania.
All right, I'm changing my answer, Bianca. Liv will win Chambers.
Yeah.
So
then we got the men's Royal Rumble matchup. 30 men will enter. There's only about like 7 or 8 spots left. Already announced Cody Rhodes, Gunther, Jey Uso, Rey Mysterio, Dragon Lee, Penta, Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Braun Breaker, Logan Paul, Bronson Reed, Austin Theory, Javon Evans, Obafemi, Randy Orton, Brock Lesnar, Damian Priest, Trick Williams, The Miz, Ilya Dragunov, and Matt Cardona. Who do you got winning? No, first your 1 or 2 surprises for the matchup, and then who do you have winning?
Surprise, we're gonna have Powerhouse Hobbs, but his new name is Race Hobbs or
Royce
something
Keys.
like that.
Royce Keys.
Yeah, Royce Keys, like Alicia Keys' little brother or big brother, whatever. You like that, huh? And
sounds funny.
And Jericho are going to be our surprise guys. Winner, I'm giving it to Roman Reigns.
Okay, so surprises, I'm gonna go with Jericho, and I think Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins was promoting Royal Rumble all week on ESPN, and he kept saying, "Oh, I'm not gonna compete. I'm not gonna compete." But Ryan Clark on one of those interviews, like, let it slip that he was coming back from injury and participating in the Royal Rumble, and then he tried to fix it up and be like, "No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not ready yet." Blah, 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 blah. I think he is. And he comes in and he's gonna eliminate Braun Breaker from the matchup.
Okay.
However, I think the final 4 will be Gunther, Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, and the winner of the Royal Rumble, Jacob Fatu. Yada mean.
So we're going based off of like what we did for Jay last year. Popularity contest.
It's back to back Samoan wins in the Rumble.
Okay.
Because Roman don't need it, Cody don't need it, Jacob Fatu needs the Rumble win.
That's fair. I'm not mad at your choice.
That's my heart. That's my heart choosing. My head is saying Roman Reigns. I'm with you on Roman Reigns.
Gotcha.
But my heart is saying Jacob Fatu.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
But we shall see. Thank you so much for joining us today. That brings us to a close on another edition of the Tru Heel Heat flagship podcast. We hit our super chat goal for today, so thank you so much for that. Since we hit our goal, I'll be doing a post show next week on the channel following Tru Heel Heat 367. I'll be back with you as always next Saturday at 10:05 a.m. Eastern Time. Miss Krssi Luv, you'll be here as well. But before that, let the people know where they can follow you on social media and when they will see you again.
Hey guys, you can follow me, Krssi Luv _1. My other handles is Tru Heel Krssi Luv, and then it's Krssi _ _1. And then that's it. Follow me and SP will have to get another show we're gonna review. We're on a little bit of a break. Our show's just finished. So if you haven't watched our review on the other channel, go watch that as well. But yeah, thanks guys.
Yes, thank you so much, Miss Krssi Luv, and thank you all of y'all for joining us live. Thank you for watching us on demand. You can follow me on the Twitter machine at Tru Heel SP3. You can follow the gang Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at Tru Heel Heat. Patreon.com/Tru Heel Heat. $3 a month gets you exclusive content. The best way to support us when we're not live here. Go and check out me and Jimmy Macaram on GOAT Match Series. We got 2 big episodes coming up probably next week, so check that out. Good time to spend $3 a month and support us over there as well. And in about 25 minutes, we got another live stream for you because we'll be live for our first watch party in about 3 months, as Romeo and the gang will be live for the Royal Rumble. So you don't have to watch the Rumble alone. You could join Romeo and the gang watching all the action from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. But thank you so much to our special guests, Alex McCarthy and Sat E. They will be back in February. For Sat, for Alex, for Miss Krssi Luv, it is me, your Tru Heel Phenom, SP3.
Hi, guys.
This has been Tru Heel Heat 366, phenomenal political rumble. We are signing off until next time.
Laters.